my phone. Shit! I also need to turn off notifications. There we go. Where is my iPad? The fuck? The fuck? Okay, silence. Do not disturb, that's what it is. There we go. Okay, cool. I also need to pull up the fucking chat because I can't read. I can't read. Let me get it. Everybody calm down, calm down. I'm here. What do I... Greetings. Greetings, what do I... Was that the thumbnail? Hell yeah, it's a thumbnail. Cut your life. Hello, hello, hello. Watching one of my sketchbook tours. Ladies! I'm not even... I read taking my spot as a OG to this live as taking my G spot to this live, and I was really confused. Thank you. Timmy rules! Yes, we are cracking Timmy tonight. Hi! Hello, hello. What are we doing today? I don't know. Do your exams. Do your exams, man. The thumbnail, hello. Greetings, Pruz, Procation Huzz. Oh, greetings, Fuzz. Watching Yuri, dude, that's so tough. Yeah. Hello? You? Hello? An art of my enemy. I'm in America. Yeah! Watch it later. Potentially. You might get a gift in the morning, you might not. We'll decide. We'll decide. We'll decide. Yeah! Milo and Jimber making out. Okay, I know that I need to do that, but I think I'm gonna have like a designated stream for it. I don't know when that will be. It will either be on TikTok or here. Okay? I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm not in a good, like, my drawings recently have been dog. So I don't want to disappoint the crowd, the people, with my shitty yaoi drawing. So, you know. Click so fast, hell yeah. This time around, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Like OC stuff or fan art? Because I'm feeling a little OC stuff, but not shy. Juneberry, dude, the Juneberry Rebel is good. Did you watch Squid Game? Get out, get out. I finished the whole season. I'm not gonna say anything because there's probably people who are employed and haven't watched it, so I'm not gonna say it. But OC stuff, okay. Anyways, please, I miss them so bad. I did have that like conniption when I was doing OC lore. And just like Atticus OC lore, and I was like, I can't form a sentence. I don't know what the hell that was about. But I'm not doing big mouth fan art. You're out of your goddamn mind. What the fuck? You employment mention. I know. Sorry, lady. Sorry. My dad's in the next room. Bitch, leave. No, I'm joking. I can't control myself. Just started a new job. Ugh, can we not use that word here? It's stinky. Dude, apple cider vinegar is ad. Oh, ass. Draw more ponies? I could draw more ponies, but I don't know. I'm gonna do horse. I'm gonna do horse shit. I'm probably gonna do OC shit, but I don't know of who. My life is yours. I just re-uploaded my mouthwashing animatic on Instagram today. Happy birthday, Margot. Everybody say happy birthday. Hell yeah. MLP infection. No, well that's already Airquile and Cookie Dough. They're in a MLP infection AU. I want to do OC stuff. Humanizing My Little Pony. I have. I'm just not sure. Do you like dramatical murder? I like the jokes about it. OCs as MLP versions. I already did that. I did that when I was like 16. But it was kind of tough. I could do like Atticus as like a centaur, that'd be cool. Have you played Deltarune? No, I don't like Undertale. So, on top for real, dude. Big pencils are the one and only. K-pop Demon Hunters? I want to watch it, but I don't know. I haven't gotten into it. Okay, we're gonna do OC stuff. Just like I don't know what yet, so we're just gonna scribble. Where do you get your sketchbooks? Everywhere. Usually Amazon though. That's like a good place, or local places. Draw Pino at this point. No. Milo and his sister. Ooh. I do have an idea of doing Milo. It would be Vivian fan art as well. Well, OC art. Because she would be part of it. It'd be Milo in the center with like Vivian, his sister, and Ellie. But I don't know. Will be deleted afterwards. It depends on how it goes. Femboys are furry femboys. Femboy furries! Both, how about that? Do we want to do... I really don't want to do the three. I don't know. I could do... Well, if I'm going to talk about Atticus lore today, we could do Atticus or something like that. Team Femboy or Fuda. Why do we need to fight? I'm an ally. Lord knows I owe you more. I'm pretty sure. This pencil is like almost gone, and I don't have any lead to fill it up with, so I'm switching out for another Bic. I think this is Bic. Yeah, it's Bic. Era of art. My favorite era of art is probably Mannerism. Or Baroque. In a good way, pride. Thank you. That's really cool. You'd be more than just a boy. You feel the crushing. Honestly, wait. I kind of want to do... Hello? I'm on live. It's raining. Okay, thank you. That you want me for me. What was I saying? Are we doing centaurs? I can't remember. Timothy. I will draw Timothy at one point, but not right now. Ellie and Milo. I don't want to share it fully because it's like the main point of everything. Doom Yuri. Can't choose TH. Real. The nail color. Thank you. They're really chopped right now. They're really gross. Zip-owned cigarette? Dude. Ignacia smokes and Ethel Porter. My goats. Okay. Are we doing centaurs? Because, okay. Has anybody actually read the Centaurs books? I feel like I'm alone in this boat. No. I feel like I'm too niche. I don't have all my characters' lore posted somewhere, so sorry. No. Being invaded by fire ants. Girl, why? I'm not shocked. I don't wanna draw spoilers for Centaurs fan art on live, but I kinda do. Really wanna read them. It's so good. It's so nasty. No, real. Dude, I just got my new one. Don't know why you would care. Fuck it, let's do horse. Horse. Let's just do a horse. Do we want to draw Atticus or do we just want to do a horse? Do we want to do Atticus horse? I don't know. I will yap about OC lore. Your giggle is scary. Find my need to erase it real. She's here. I found her. What's pweppin'? Atticus, Atticus. Centaur Atticus. Okay. Having in that gravity, baby, you're quicksand. I really couldn't tell how deep my footprints went. The vertex of my religion are confrontational. Brushing over his hair. But like Atticus has no connection with horses. That's the thing. I was like, I don't know. We could do horse Atticus, like centaur Atticus. But like doing what? I don't know. This is weird. Peter, the horse is here. I don't know why I'm like not sticking with any ideas recently. So sorry, gang. I will die trying. We could do Atticus with a goat. I kind of fuck with that. You know? I don't know. I really fuck with that. Fuck with that. Oh, help! As a cowboy, you'd be a satyr, so no. God damn it. Okay, we're drawing Atticus with a goat. I've decided. Let me look up a goat because I don't fucking know. Like a baby goat. I love goats. I wanted a goat so bad as a kid. Maybe not a baby goat. Maybe just like a full goat. Fully grown little piece of shit. Nails are gone. I know. So sorry. Ghosts and pals, hell yeah. Goats like in Severance, yes. Genuinely. Wait, you're low-key right. Haven't heard it in a minute. I love this fucking song. It's so good. I love Ghosts and Pals, period, but I always like, every time I end a live, I'm always like, why didn't I do like jack shit with a drawing? Like, I don't know what is wrong with me. And then I like adjust how I would be sitting if I didn't have a camera like right in front of my face, and I would be like, my face would be like maybe 2 inches away from the paper, and I'd have like, I'd be like hunched over, and that's why I draw so fucking slow on live. So sorry, gang. It is. It is Appetite of a People Pleaser. I also can't see as well as I could with like how I would actually draw. So if it looks chopped, I apologize. Shrimp posture, yeah. Do I like this? Poses make sense. Do I? I fear I might be cooked. Holy shit. Do I like Zoe Deschanel? I don't even know who that is. Like, I don't know who she is. But I've heard the name. But yeah, I guess. What should Atticus be wearing? Gamer drawing position, yeah. Just requested Mad K at a local library. That is fucking crazy. A rope? Ooh, wait. Like a noose? That'd be kind of tough. I mean, that's not how they die, but like, people would get the point, you know what I mean? used to have hoop dreams until I found out there were other ways to score. Is that audio still funny? I don't know. I found it the other day and I was like, I still think this is funny, but I haven't seen a video about it in like weeks, and I'm like, McDonald's uniform. Don't say that here. Please don't speak the devil's name. Face drawing tutorial. Maybe in the future, but definitely not anytime soon because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So funny. Thank you. I'm so glad. Okay. We're gonna draw Atticus. With a goat. Gang shit. Yes, thank you. Decisions. Genuinely, that's how I feel. I'm gonna go on Pinterest because I'm fucking dying. Has 3 eyes or something? That kind of makes sense, yeah. Atticus's pronouns, he, or like they, she, he. I don't know. I don't know anything. Upon seeing the thumbnail, y'all don't fuck with the thumbnail? I thought you would. Decisions. Yes, we are all cracking Timothy Timepiece tonight. Holy shit. Is this gonna end up in your sketchbook? It depends if I like it. Shut the fuck up. Shabby priest uniform. Ooh. I like that idea. Let me look up priest. This is the second time I've looked up priest in like 2 days. Till his clock breaks. Real. These would be like Atticus turning into the person they hate most. I fuck with it. Okay, let's do it. What time is it there? 7:41. As another furry femboy. Oh my god, I love him. I love him so bad. Right now we're so in sync. Dude, twin, hey twin. Everybody's just mentioning the furry thumbnail. Can a player not be excited about a furry? Oh. I forgot this is the different version of it. Breathes heavily. God, this song is such a fucking banger. Biggest art style inspo, probably Ryo Sumiyoshi. Doomed Yaoi femboys in peace. I'm not fucking controlling you. This is your free will, little bro. Band Ghost. I do know the Band Ghost, and I don't like them at all. Big hater, actually. I don't really give a shit. I'm just not a fan. Come back of Yaoi daily lingo. No, genuinely. I have the time of my life. I mentioned Yaoi to my therapist. But then again, I also mentioned fucking You Kill Me Every Time and The Price of Flesh and Boyfriend of Death, and they didn't give a fuck, so. God, this song is such a banger. How good is Mad K? Think of the best dessert you've ever had, and then multiply it by 7 at least, and then get a kiss on the forehead from fucking Sigourney Weaver. That's what it is. That's what it feels like to read Mad K. And then maybe like a slap from her as well at the very end. You know what I mean? What is the song? I Heart You by KMFDM. I explained Yaoi to my mom. Dude, wait. I had a reminder for some reason. Y'all remember what buddy camp? What camp buddy? If you know, you know. Looking back, it's really weird, but I was kind of into it when I was 14. And I oh my god, wait, I'm gonna make sure I do you guys remember? Is that what it's called? Is that what it is? Anyways, I was really into it when I was like 14. And I remember it was like 5 in the morning one day, and I told my mom at like 3 in the morning. I was 14, okay, so freshman year. Like, think COVID. Am I not in frame? Sorry, gang. But I told my mom at like 3 in the morning. I was like, Mom, I'm sick. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And like, you can stay home, because it was like the beginning of freshman year. And I was like, yes. And so I proceeded to stay up, and on on the family TV, I turned on a gameplay of it, of Camp Buddy. And then it was like 6. And so I was like, oh, my parents should be getting up soon. But I'll wait until I hear them get up. So I when I heard them get up, I was like, oh, fuck, I waited too long. So I just left the TV playing with Camp Buddy on it and pretended like I was asleep. And the next day at family dinner, I don't remember what we were talking about, but my mom mentioned Yaoi, and I was in fear and in disgust, frankly. I was very scared. And she mentioned Camp Buddy in front of my father and my brother. I cannot tell you the fear that ran through my fucking body. You know what I mean? Anyways. Anyways, that's my story time for today. Thought it was you because they had the exact same style. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. I mentioned this on TikTok Live, I think like 3 days ago. So a lot of people have asked if that's me. That is not me. They have stolen, I don't care about the style. If you want to steal my style, I don't give a fuck. Like, art styles are meant to be stolen. But they have stolen a lot of my character designs, which is like kind of uncool. But what's really uncool is that they're a minor. And so I blocked them on Instagram. I don't think they have a TikTok, and I don't want to fucking start any drama because I don't want to be connected to them anyway, because they're a minor and they should not be interacting with any of my content. So I don't really know how to that out. But so I don't know. I'm not trying to start a fucking hate campaign or anything like that. It's just they should not be interacting with my art. I saw them recreate one of my drawings of Ren getting his intestines fingered by Lawrence, and I was like, you're 16. So I don't know what to do, because I want to block them, but I haven't seen their TikTok. I saw their Instagram, block that. But I don't know how to block a YouTube channel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to do that. You know? And I know that my art gets reposted everywhere, like especially on Pinterest. And I've seen a lot of their art reposted on Pinterest with me tagged as the creator for it, and I don't want to be taking credit for that. But if I block them on fucking YouTube for some reason, if I can, they still have other ways to reach my art, which is super uncool. So I don't know how to really deal with the situation. So I don't know, gang. I've been like thinking about this like low-key daily. So I don't know. Anyways, I've just like tried to ignore it, but every time I go on live, someone mentions it. So I'm kind of like, okay. And I was talking to Devin the other day, and he was like, is this you? And I was like, nope, that's not me. He's like, well, they stole your style and your characters. And I was like, I know. So I don't know. I don't really care about the style. Like I said, if you want to steal my style, go right ahead. I don't give a fuck. If you want to steal my poses, go right ahead. Just tag me. But make sure you're fucking 18, okay? Or older. Because my content is not for minors. Crazy. It's almost like I put that on every single fucking platform. Anyways. I don't want to say their name because if you don't know them, you don't know them. That's great. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to start any hate campaign of people like being like, you stole Cat's art style, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if you do know who they are, once again, not going to say any names, just politely comment or DM them and say, hey, Pry has heard about your channel, has blocked you on Instagram. You're not supposed to be interacting with the content, and they're uncomfortable with you stealing some of the character designs. You know what I mean? But that's like, I really don't want this to become a whole big thing. I really just don't want them interacting with my content because my content is strictly not for minors, and it is really clear about that. And like, I really don't think people who are not mature enough should be interacting with a lot of the themes I put in my art. Like, I understand, because when I was fucking like 16, I drew like weird shit. I was into Mad K, I get that. But like, specifically the price of flesh stuff and like, that shit is it's really uncomfortable for me, and I feel bad for you because you're gonna look back on this and realize that that was really bad for you. So that's what I'm saying, you know? It's more so a concern about them in the future and not them stealing my art. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But anyways, so that's my intake on it. No hate, just more so concern for right now. So that's what I'm saying. It's all 18 plus. That's what I'm saying, yeah. My profile hasn't been 18 plus since I was 16 or 17. I think I added the 18 plus when I was about to turn 18. I think like maybe 3 or 4 months before I turned 18. And that's because I found The Price of Flesh and Boyfriend of Death when I was 17, got really into it and realized it was a huge 18 plus thing. And I did not want other like people who were younger to get into it as well. And I feel really bad about that. I think about that quite a bit. Like, I really should have just waited to get into it instead of just like plunging myself deep into it, because now it's like, that shit low-key fucked me up. So that's why I'm trying to not have minors into any of my stuff, because even though I was close to turning 18, I had some repercussions. I'll say that. Don't follow my footsteps. Don't do what I say, or don't do as I do as I say. You know what I mean? Anyways, do you have a Patreon? I do not have a Patreon. I've not heard any of the new Penelope Scott stuff, no. I only listen to the old shit for fun. Atticus has a horse. I need to do it. I do need to do it eventually. But I'm doing this so slow. Sorry guys. I got on a tangent. Is something. It really is something. And it's really something I don't want other kids to get into. So that's why. Watch Last Unicorn? I have not watched Last Unicorn. I tried to watch it when I was in like 6th grade, but I got too sad and scared of it, so... But I think it would haunt me today, so... Do wanna get it. It needs to be addressed. No, I agree. That's why I'm like... I just didn't know how to correctly address it. Probably should have fucking thought about it more before I did actions and I did anything, and before I spoke about this on live. But that's like my honest opinions on that shit, so... I don't know. Unicorns are life. Dude, I love unicorns. Yeah, no, that's... It's... Getting exposed to it at a young age is not good. Like, clearly. And that's, like, my biggest worry. I don't really want to harp on this fucking topic anymore because I feel like I'm just repeating myself. But I just want to reiterate, no hate. Concern is my main fucking priority in this entire situation. And for any of my content, if there are minors that are interacting with it and you see that, let me know. Because often I will respond to TikTok comments. I won't click on the profile. And sometimes I will, and it'll be like 15, so I have to block them. But I don't know. If you see a minor interacting in any chat of mine, in any comment section, any of my posts, cross that shit out. Let me know. DM me, usernames. I don't give a fuck. I'll block them immediately. I will probably go live tomorrow, yeah. Well, it depends, maybe. I don't know. Eat lipids for breakfast. I don't have breakfast, but I eat creepy pasta. No, I'm joking. I eat pasta for breakfast. Belisarius trading cards? Dude, oh my god. Dude, don't even get me started on Belisarius. I want to do a video about making Belisarius characters as humans so bad. That was the original one before Horseland. But anyways. I know nothing about them. That's the thing, is like I love Arden. I think she's really interesting and I do like her character a lot. I just never draw her. And she's like kind of such a minute part of the story. Well, she's a huge part of the story, but she's just so normal that I just don't draw her that often, you know? Like, I don't know, I just don't talk about her enough. I could talk about Arden. That would bleed into Milo lore quite a bit, but you know. It's so complicated. Spider Koi, dude, that's so tough. Turn 18, yeah. Yeah, no, that's my hope, is like, if you find my content when you are not over the age of 18, just don't interact with it. Please do not interact with it, because when you're 18 and you follow me, I won't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Because you're an adult, you're making decisions. So, like, it's just people that are very open about, and, like, secretly are, like, trying to sneak past this and just be like, no, I'm just following because blah. Like, it's not good. Just, if you see an 18 plus sign, I'm gonna be honest, I was fucking 15, 16 when I got into fucking, like, what, oh my god, your boyfriend and, what, My Dear Hatchetman. And I really regret being fucking 16 and following the creator when it was clearly 18 plus. Because it makes the creator uncomfortable and it makes you turn out like shit. So that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, she is too normal. She's normal. Yeah, but about Sealer. I'm sorry. Okay. Wait, are we doing Arden or Atticus? That's the thing. You're only for 18 plus. That's the thing, is like, I don't know what to do. Because I don't think they have TikTok. And you can't fucking, like, block people on YouTube. So that's, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, Attakus. Oh, the Adult Swim Unicorn game. Don't even. I love that game. 2 Attakuses, no Ardens. Wow. Okay, it's still Pride Month. Same age as you, not 18. Holy shit. It's just hard to. Okay, then I'll figure out a way to. Ever heard of Final Destination? Have I heard of Final Destination? Yeah, I've heard of Final Destination. I haven't watched them, but I do want to watch Bloodlines. Like, I want to watch all of them and Bloodlines, because Bloodline looks really good, you know? Fist fight, Attakus or Ardan? Ooh, Ardan. Oh, this song is so good. What's your zodiac sign? I'm a Pisces. No, genuinely, when I found out that fucking unicorn game was just gone, over. Tell us about Ardan. Okay, what do we want? I want clear statements. Ardan or Attakus? Ardan. I'm not participating in art fight now. Attakus, Ardan. It's a tie, bitch. More Ardan. God, this song is so fucking good. In the hands that God gave you, and I'll enjoy violence, your addiction. Okay, I'm seeing way more Ardan. Let's do Ardan. We're doing Ardan. Ardan sweep. Okay. Okay, let's start Ardan. And if we have time, which I don't know if we will, but like if I feel like doing like a fucking 5-hour live, we'll do it. We'll do Attakus more. But let's talk about Ardan. Ardan. Okay, wait, hold up. For people who don't know who Ardan is, let me get a drawing of her. It was in the news video. Hold up, where is it? I don't want to show photos of people in my life. Anyways, so we have Ardan. That's what Ardan looks like. The song is Spiracle by Flowerface. Clementine Field. So this is Ardan. She is the cousin of Milo on her mother's side. Or like, I don't know. I know how to block people on YouTube. DM me on Instagram. Tell me about it, please. I don't like ghosts. Anyways, so let me talk about Ardan. Okay, Ardan is related to Milo. They're cousins. They're around the same age. I wouldn't say Ardan's like slightly older, like few months older. There's both 16 in the main story. And she was born, I don't know. I used to have all their birthdays memorized, but now I've changed it up so many times. The only one I remember is that Attakus's birthday is 9/11, which makes me giggle. But she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. I love her. I think she's pretty. But anyways, so she's born, and she's born twin, fraternal twin with a brother, right? Pretty soon after they're born, the marriage between her mother and her father just does not work out. Like, I want to say not even a year before she's, well, I don't know. Like, let's say like adolescence. Let's say like ages 3 to 4. I don't know. But, don't have Insta for personal reasons. Fuck! I'll figure it out. You can comment it or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it. Do something with it. I don't know. Anyways, when she's like 3 or 4 or some shit, her parents' marriage just does not fucking work out. They've been having problems since forever. And, her father decides to take her twin brother, and leave. And he specifically does not choose Ardan and does not take full custody of both children. So he purposely separates the family, the twins, because fuck it, I guess he's misogynistic, I don't fucking know. Okay, cool, thank you. I will do that. Thank you so much. I'll do it. So he purposely separates the twins and the family. A lot of it, I want to say, a lot of it, the mother is very manipulative. But she is... It's not really clear on why she... Like, why her parents got a divorce. I want to just say, like, they were too young, or they weren't a good match or something. Like, I don't know. Just, they're like, maybe they're high school sweethearts that just didn't work out. You know what I mean? Anyways. Or they can't comment. Okay. Anyways. So they get a divorce, and the father chooses her twin brother over her and makes it pretty clear about that. And her mother only makes it worse by being like, he specifically didn't choose you. He chose your brother over you. I don't know. Just like kind of making him more of a villain to Ardan than, you know, he already was. And Arden's like confused as to why her father chose her twin over her. A little bit of Sophie's choice, you know what I mean? Through YouTube features. Okay. Anyways, so, sorry, this song is a banger, but I need to turn it down. I can't think. So anyways, they get a divorce. Her mother just kind of feeds her poison, not like actual poison, but like poison about her father, and kind of like praises Ardan as being like, the reason why he didn't choose you was because you were too kind for him. You're too much of a good person, and that like he doesn't like that. He chose your brother because he knew that, I don't know, just like being a bitch. Really just like uplifting Ardan in this like really bad situation, but not in a good way, you know, putting her father down in order to make Ardan feel better. So not great. But thank you for being here. Bye bye. Bye bye. Anyways, so that's as a kid, because of the divorce, she lives with her mother, and her mother and her mother's sister are really close. Her mother's sister is Milo's mom. So, like, okay, family tree. Okay, Ardan's mom, hold up, am I in frame? Sure am not. Okay, there's twins. We have the twins, right? Twin. Anyways, Ardan and then her twin. I don't fucking know what his name would be. They separate. Her mother is related to Milo's mom, and then her husband, I don't really give a fuck about him. And then they have Milo and Blair. And Blair is a little bit older, but I put her on the wrong side. Whoops. Anyways, so that's a family tree for y'all. Anyways, so during that time, since Ardan's father is gone, she connects, her mother connects pretty closely with her sister. So essentially Milo and Ardan raise each other, and they grow up with one another. Milo almost replaces her twin, almost, because they're pretty close in age. So that's that. She likes Blair. Nobody really had a problem with Blair. She's just kind of odd, but like not a whole bunch. Blair is like, I want to say 2 or 3 years older than Milo. Floater comes out, I know. But 2 to 3 years older than Milo and Ardan. And Ardan almost takes on, because she's fed all this like, I don't know, information or like opinions that the reason why her father didn't choose her is because she was too kind. And like, she was like not what he wanted, not what he needed. Where the fuck am I finding this now? Is the twin or dad ever brought up again in the story? Not really. I don't think so. I don't think they ever really get brought up ever again. But anyways, so, they're... Where'd you go about including mental illness in a respectful way? Well, I don't know. I feel like my story does touch with topics of that, but not like... I don't know how to do it in a good way. I just did it in a way that I think is entertaining, and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't really speak about it of like being like, this is a sign of BPD. Like, I don't fucking talk about that shit. Sure, my characters have traits of it, but it's not directly stated like, the reason why they act this way is because they are narcissistic. Like, I don't fucking care. I don't know how to deal with that. Don't ask me. Anyways, so grow up with Milo, likes Blair, just a little bit odd. And she almost takes like almost a motherly role to Milo because she wants to prove that her father choosing her brother over her was a bad mistake, was the wrong mistake. So she starts being like ultra kind and just like not a wet rag and not a doormat, but just being very sweet and caring towards people in her life, especially men, okay? God, I wanna stay with you. God, this song is so good. Anyways, during this time, Arden starts to notice that Milo is acting just like slightly differently, especially around Blair, and she's not quite sure why. Hair scares me. It's okay. Dream, it's okay. I don't know how I do my hair. Once I figure it out and how to explain it, I'll drop a tutorial, but I don't know. Anyways, she starts noticing that Milo is like a little bit weird around Blair and just is acting like slightly differently. I mean, his parents have also kind of noticed it, but not to a disconcerting degree, you know what I mean? But Arden is pretty sharp, I would say that. It's baddie. Oh wait, that's so he. Hell yeah. Blair is a sister of Milo, yeah. So anyways, one day, this is rough. This is bleeding a lot into Milo lore, so I don't know. So one day, I want to say when Milo and Ardan are like 6 or 7, maybe 8, maybe that's a high maybe. Arden's mom gets a call, and it's like, come to the hospital, Blair got hit by a car. And everybody's like, the fuck? So everybody goes, and instead of being in the room with their child, instead of Milo's parents being in the room with Blair, with their child, they're standing outside comforting Milo. And Arden's confused by this, obviously, because their child just got hit. And so is Arden's mom, like, what the fuck? And so Arden's mom goes inside to check on Blair. She dies of blood loss. Dies immediately. As soon as they, like, basically arrive to the hospital, she's pronounced dead. Here with the slow damage profile picture, hell yeah. In love with this shit. Yeah. So anyways, she's pronounced dead, and Arden's mom is very emotional and short-tempered, and she's had not this experience of a loss of a child, but losing one of her children. So she's almost like really upset at her sister for missing the opportunity of being with the final moments of her child, right? So she comes out after Blair's pronounced dead, and she slaps Arden's mom slaps Milo's mom and is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, your child just died and you're out here comforting your other child. I understand it's difficult for him, but at the same time, your child just died. Like, the fuck? You left her alone. And they kind of just, like, Milo's mom pulls her to the side and just talks to her one-on-one while, during this time, Arden stays with Milo. Milo is sobbing and he's saying, it's my fault, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And Milo's dad is like, no, it's not your fault, it's not your, like, it's okay, like, Milo, it's not your fault, it wasn't anything to do with you, blah, 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 like, you weren't in the wrong. And Arden's like, bitch, I just showed up, like, I'm 7, but, like, what the fuck, what's the lore, drop it. And when she's looking over at this, because she's clearly not getting any answers, she's very quiet as well, I will say that, she's very quiet, and smart with her words, so she doesn't, like, because Milo is very, like, he'll just blurt out shit because fucking why not? Arden thinks about it before she says stuff. You know what I mean? Imagine imagine Milo as Hamilton and Arden as Aaron Burr. Anyways, so she waits for it. Anyways, so she looks over because she clearly isn't getting any any, like, understanding of why Milo's dad is comforting him, like, to this degree and saying it's not his fault. So she looks over at her and her mom and Milo's mom having the conversation, and she sees her mom, like, put her hand to her face and, like, get shocked, start crying, and then get angry again. And she's like, what the fuck? I am the one thing if I can control. No, genuinely. But in Hamilton's terms, hell yeah, I did. So anyways, that happens, and she realizes that, like, it's not, she didn't just get hit by a car. Like, there's something else to it. And that night, like, they go back to Milo's house, and it's kind of really awkward because they're having dinner, and they're trying to, like, comfort Milo and be like, no, it's okay, like, I understand that you're hurting, but, like, this isn't the right way to talk about it. Milo drove the car. No. And Milo, like, storms off. He goes to his room. He just starts crying and blah, blah, blah. And he, like, basically cries himself to sleep. During this time, Arden walks away from dinner and, like, goes with Milo and tries to figure out what he was, like, going on about. And he's like, it's my fault. And she's like, what's your fault? Like, I don't understand. And he's like, she wasn't trying to hurt me. She was just trying to teach me. I made her do this. Like, I made her die. Like, I was the reason she's dead. And everybody's saying that it's not my fault when it is. And I know I was in the wrong and I'll never be forgiven. And Arden's like, what was going on? He's like, I can't say, it's private between me and her. But it's my fault. And he's, like, sobbing through this, and Arden's like, I know it's not your fault. And, like, he's like, it is. And she's like, okay, clearly nothing's fucking going on in his head where he wants to hear that it's not his fault. So she's like, I'm sure everything will get better soon. Anyways, gang shit. And so she kind of just waits for Milo. She's, like, comforting him, falling asleep while he's sobbing, right? And she opens the door, and parents are cleaning up dinner, and it's Milo's mom, Arden's mom, and Milo's dad just, like, chatting up about what happened. And during this conversation, she overhears that Milo's dad walked in on Blair doing something to Milo, and Blair ran out of the front door and got hit, right? And they're all like, what was Blair doing? And it's at different points in time. Yes, everything's connected. Okay, everything's connected. So I'm not gonna say what she was doing with Milo because I feel like it will get revealed throughout the story, especially with his relationship with Ellie. Anyways, but Ardan puts two and two together. She is incredibly intelligent, right? She understands what's going on, and she's like, it isn't Milo's fault, but he believes so. I don't know how, but there's not a Discord server. I do not want a Discord server ever. Anyways, she clicks two and two together. She's like, Milo isn't gonna understand that it isn't his fault anytime soon, but I want him to get there eventually, and I will do anything to help him, right? So anyways, she becomes more careful with him than typically, and that just frustrates Milo even more. So she starts being almost the same, almost a little more distant than she typically was, but still caring, in hopes that Milo will eventually come back to her and be like, my mom and dad don't understand, can you help me? And of course that's what he does, because Milo is Milo, and you know, he's sweet, but he's a little dumb. So Milo and Ardan get very, very close at this time, and she doesn't try to pressure anything. Ardan's such a goat. She is the goat. But anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying? Anyways, they get pretty close because Milo is respectful of his parents, I will say. But he isn't close with them in the way that he's close with Ardan. Because Ardan just basically says that she'll believe Milo, and like whatever he says is right. And whatever can help him, she'll do for him, you know? All the shit. I love Ardan so much. Yes! Anyways. So, oh, the song is a banger. So basically, this is when Ardan, I want to say they're about 9 or 10. I'll say that. Around 9 or 10, Ardan is staying at her house, and she, what is going on? I don't understand. She sees a girl running away from her house, and she's like, the fuck? And she's just hanging outside. And what was I saying? And she's like, the fuck? You know, whatever. So she's like going outside, and she like is like, hey, what's going on? Are you good? Like, what's going on, queen? Like, you chilling? And she's like, no, it's okay. Like, I was just getting away from my parents, you know, all this shit. And during this time, Milo is being more of an asshole than typical. Like, he's not being intentionally an asshole, but he's being stubborn. And Arden's kind of just over it. So she's being a little more hasty with her remarks and a little less clean than usual. I don't know how to, like, precise than usual with her remarks. And she helps this girl, like, there's like a bruise on her knee or like a scratch on her knee from running away, and she helps her like clean it up or some shit. Not being very, very kind, but being enough. I forgot I was drawing a goat. Fuck, I forgot about that shit. Fuck, the main purpose of this drawing. Anyways, so where's that goat? There it is. So when she comes inside, her mom's like, who is this? And she's like, I don't know. She was outside and we hung out for a little bit. And her mom's like, okay, what's her name? And she's like, my name's Vivian. Vivian mentioned, guys, it's the Vivian lore. I know she's dead, but like, we'll see how she dies. So, they're hanging out for a little bit, and then, Ardan, my beloved. I know. Well, I'm drawing Attakus right now. But Ardan is a go. What the fuck? Anyways, so, I don't know how a goat's face looks. This is so crazy. Hello. This is huge. This is huge. I know, guys. This is like the first time I talked about Vivian since I killed her. Anyways, so they're like hanging out, and then Arden's mom gets a big old at the door, and it's Vivian's parents, and so you're like, you're fine, girl. Come in. Arden is so peak. Arden is peak. So, Arden like overhears, and it's Vivian's parents, and they're like, where the fuck is my daughter? Did you steal my daughter? Like, she ran away, and we know she would never like purposely run away from us. Did you coerce her and all this shit? Like, she shouldn't have any outdoor knowledge, you know, all this fucking shit, you know, all this and then bullshit. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I just let my daughter hang out with her friend. She said it was her friend, and they were like, well, this shouldn't be her friend, blah blah blah. Anyways, so Vivian leaves, but Arden is like, aw, she was like kind of sweet, and I feel bad for her. Like, I'm sure we could become friends, because like at this point Arden is like nice to everybody, but she doesn't really have any close friends besides for Milo, but currently Milo TSPMO SN. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? Anyways, so at this time, Milo or Vivian and Arden become like pretty close, and then they're like meeting in secret. Severance reference. They're meeting in secret. And one day Milo comes around at the same time that Vivian does. And so they become like kind of friends, but Milo isn't really interested in that. Like, they're kind of just like there. They're like they're kind of just chilling. I don't know. It's like a weird trio, but they're only connected by Arden. You know, but they like being one-on-one. You know what I mean? By this time, it's like 7th grade, I would say. And they're kind of still in this like 3 friend group kind of thing, but like not really. They're just connected by Arden. And during this time, Vivian's parents are killed in a car crash. There was just like a huge crash. I think they were on their way to, I don't know, visit somebody, but they get in a car crash, right? And what's going on? What is the cat? Age-old trio problem, I know. This is life, wow. With this family and cars. Cars are a reference, okay? Guys, no one gets it because I get it. A cat fell out a window. Decisions. What? Good evening. Turn that shit up. Hell yeah. What is happening? Is the cat fine? I know how to drive. It was like, okay, think about Wyoming in like winter, blizzard, they get stuck in a car accident, drunk driver, I don't know. What is going on with the cat? What brand of cars were involved in incidents? I don't know. The brand of cars doesn't matter, aka I don't care about brands of cars. But the cars matter. They're a metaphor for something. Shh. I'm not gonna say anything. Save the cat. Hell yeah. Okay. In your story, dude, I don't even know how I'd include this cat lore. I'm confused. Currently I can't draw this fucking goat, so I'm pissed. This is life, wow. Anyways, let me, what if we did, I feel like Vivzy Pop in an emo edgelord like middle schooler. What if we did it like a sacrifice goat? Because then I could just drop blood on it. And I wouldn't have to be as detailed. I kind of fuck with that. Let's do that. What's with the animals lore? Cat in a blender traumatized me. What the fuck are we talking about? Anyways, hello Vivzy Pop, get out. That was a joke. That was a joke. Anyways, let's get back to lore. So middle school, 7th grade. Vivian's parents get in a car crash, die, right? And Vivian has an older sister named Charlotte. What is this song called? Suck It Up by Moretu, something like that. Dead as hell. Anyways, so her parents die, and she's now with her older sister, Charlotte. Charlotte is like 18, 19, so she inherits, like, she is now responsible for Vivian. The thing about Charlotte is that she was never picked over Vivian, okay? What was I gonna say? So, I don't know how to describe this. I need to explain this. So, Arden's dad chose her brother over her. So she has, like, weird shit about that. Vivian's parents chose her over her sister, right? And we could talk about Vivian lore with how her home life wasn't good to be picked because they were very abusive. But, like, it's still, Arden was never chosen, Vivian was. So there's a little distressor put in there. Charlotte wasn't chosen either over Vivian. So when Charlotte and Vivian's parents die, Charlotte is put in sole ownership and responsibility and care of Vivian. Charlotte don't like Vivian too much because Vivian praises the fuck out of her parents, and she's like, my parents are awesome, like, you know, sometimes it can be too much, but, you know, can we name for an evil uncle? We'll see. John. Anyways, so, and Vivian knows that her parents were in the wrong, but she feels bad for talking about the dead in a negative way. And she doesn't want to take for granted anything that her parents did for her. Because her parents are fucking rich as fuck. You know what I mean? But, you know, Charlotte sees this as a completely different thing. As her parents died, she gets the will money, take it in splurge. I don't even want to be associated with Vivian because I understand that she's like 12, but at the same time, she knows that our parents are fucked up. So she doesn't want to be associated with Vivian, starts ignoring Vivian. And Vivian has never felt ignored in her life. She's more so smothered. And so this is kind of like a new feeling with her, and she doesn't know what to do. Because with Arden, she can like kiss up to Arden, and she likes Arden. Arden and her have like almost a romantic relationship, but not really. They low-key like kiss, and they're low-key girlfriends, but like not really. Like Arden will never be like, you know, like Vivian be like, this is my amazing girlfriend Arden, and Arden will be like, Vivian hoes, and then not say anything. Like that's, she doesn't give a fuck. So anyways, during this time, Vivian wants Arden to almost replace her parents because she isn't getting any attention from her sister. Her parents are dead, and those were the only people that really gave her attention. The blade on my box cutter. No, I never did. I don't know how to change the blade on my box cutter. I don't fucking know. Anyways, so when Arden starts noticing that Vivian is becoming more and more attached at the hip, she's getting more and more frustrated. The more someone pulls on Arden and clings to her, the more upset she gets. And the more distant she gets. Me too, bitch. Me too. So when she figures out that Vivian actually wants to keep her around and is doing everything in her power to please Ardan, she is almost like disgusted. Like she's like, this is too much. Like she's obsessive, and it's weird. I understand she's in a difficult situation, but I can't deal with this. You know what I mean? And so during this time, Milo hears the news about Vivian's projection. Yes. Milo hears about Vivian's parent situation, whether that be through Ardan, through Vivian, or through Ardan's parents and Milo's parents, the whole loop. Okay, first of all, Ardan is not a bad person. Am I projecting? Yeah. I think she's in the right for all of these decisions, and I will stand by her in all these decisions because low-key she me. But anyways, so she's not a bad person. Please, guys, she's really cool. Actually, please say she's really cool because she's totally not me at all or anything. Cool. Anyways, so she's like, Milo hears about the news about Vivian's parents' death, and one day it's like them at the dinner or like lunch table at school or some shit, and it's like kind of awkward because Vivian is like talking with Ardan, and Ardan's being like, yep, and kind of just being like very quiet more than usual. And Milo notices this and is like, the fuck? And Vivian mentions her parents, and she's like, I wish I just went on that like car ride with them. Like I'm just such a I'm just fucking terrible, and it's my fault. It's my fault. Milo hears this and is like, you said it was your fault? Bitch, I thought my sister's death was my fault. Twin? And so Milo starts connecting with her like really hard because Ardan does not give a fuck. She's like, I've heard you talk about your fucking parents and your sister for months straight, and I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know? So Milo is like, it's not your fault. Like, I understand how you feel. Like, maybe it is your fault, but it's okay because I understand because I'm in the same boat, you know, all the shit. So they're like, low-key, like, clicking, right? And at this time, Arden's like, I know I should not let Milo take the reins on this situation because he is Milo and he's fucking stupid. But she's like, as long as it gets Vivian off my fucking back for 3 seconds, I don't give a fuck. So she's like, I'm just gonna let them have a ball. I can be alone for a little bit. It's kind of refreshing. So she lets them have their old dandy little ways, and now at lunch it's like Vivian and Milo hanging out instead of it being like Ardan and Vivian or Ardan and Milo. So Ardan just pity her. Yes, you know. So anyways, over the course of a few months, Ardan will be like, I want to say like maybe like a month or two. We'll put it that way. She's like, I'm like low-key bored now because no one's giving me attention. Girl, me too. She's so real. And she like knocks on like Milo's door or like Milo's house and is like, hey Milo, you want to hang out? Like we could do homework or like watch a show together. And when she like knocks on the door, she sees Vivian and Milo together, and she's like, sorry, the fuck? This fits all your humor. Thank you. So she's like, so are you guys like hanging out now? Are you guys like really close? And they're kind of like closed off in the corner, like, yeah. And she looks at Vivian's eyes, and Vivian looks like she wants to fucking kill herself. And she's like, okay. And Milo's like, well, you were ignoring her, and clearly you just don't understand it like we understand it. So, you know, get out, you know, all the shit. Because Milo's he's pathetic. I love Milo, but he is a bitch. Think of like middle school you, and then you think you're guilty for everything, but you're too stubborn to realize it in front of other people. That's him. So, she's like, fine, if you guys want to do that, go right ahead. So maybe like, I want to say like maybe 3 weeks later, maybe a few months later, Arden is hanging out at home, and she hasn't really talked to Milo or Vivian recently. Not like a huge... She's not, like, super, super upset about it, but she's also, like, low-key on board. So anyways, she hears a knock at her door, and she's like, okay. She opens the door, and it's Vivian. And, what was I gonna say? And it's, like, raining. Okay, rain, fuck it, why not? Let's make it rainy and whatever. And she's, like, soaking wet, and she's, like, crying. And Arden's like... They're still in 7th grade, yeah. So it's 7th grade. Her parents died, like, December-ish. So this is, like, nearing the end of the school year, right? So anyways, Arden's like, what are you doing here? I thought you didn't want to hang out with me. And she's like, I never said that. And she's like, shit, you're kind of right. That was only Milo. And she's like, yeah, Milo. Milo. And she's like, what do you mean, Milo? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I don't know. Can I just, like, come inside and, like, I miss just hanging out with you. And Arden's like, yeah, I can let this slide. I don't give a fuck. So they hang out, like, maybe they're just, like, talking it up, and it's, like, kind of awkward, but at the same time, Arden is mature enough just to let this shit go. She understands that she wasn't the person that Vivian needed at that moment, and she found that comfort in Milo. So she understands that. So they're, like, hanging out. Arden's trying to be, like, really normal about this, like, what's going on in school, like, feel like we haven't talked in ages, but, like, what's going on, Queen, like, Heart, Jank Botigo, Hard Eyes, DD. And Vivian's just like, are you not mad at me? And she's like, I don't give a singular fuck about you. Like, I don't care. If you want to come back to me, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want to go back to Milo, I don't give a shit. And Vivian's just like, so why don't you care about me? And she's like, I never said I didn't care about you. I just don't care what you do. You know, like, it's your life. You make the decisions. You know, like, I don't care. And so she's like, but that just means you don't care about me. And Arden's like, I really just don't want to have this fucking conversation. Like, I don't give a fuck. And she's like, but I like, miss you, and I want you to blah, 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 blah. Like, she's just kind of, like, going batshit. And she's like, if you want somebody to care about you like that, go back to Milo. I am not the right person. Like, I don't care. And Vivian's like, why can't you just, like, understand I don't want to be near him anymore, and I don't like him, and he's too much for me. And she's like, do you not see that you're too much for me? Like, Vivian, you're doing the exact same thing Milo has been doing to me for years. So either get with it or get out. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, you are annoying. I don't care. I feel like Milo, and I can't do this. Like, I feel like you and you're Milo. Like, do you understand that? So they're, like, having a kerfuffle, you know, all this shit. And Arden's like, it's not that I don't care. It's just, suddenly you want attention from Milo, but when it's too much, you want it from me. I don't understand. You say you want attention, but as soon as you get too much of it, you switch up your mind. I don't fucking care what you do. I don't give a fuck. Like, go back to Milo for all I care. Go back with your sister for all I care, right? And Vivian's like, but I really want to be with you. I feel like you're not understanding me. She's still, like, pulling it back and forth, and Arden's, like, low-key over it for obvious reasons. What away. And she's like, you need help. You're fucking weird. You want attention, and now you don't, but it's too much, and now you want more, and it's just like, I'm not the right person for you. I would just rather never see you again. Like, I would never want you in my life. Ever again. If you're gonna be this fucking bipolar, I don't want to fucking see you ever again. And Vivian's like, oh, okay, cool, my, like, girlfriend that low-key doesn't like me, but I was really in love with her, just told me that she doesn't ever want to see me again. That's really cool, and my parents literally died, and my sister hates me, and I don't know why. Ooh, okay. So Arden's like sitting on this. She's like, maybe I was a little too harsh, but at the same time, she can fucking get over it. Like, I don't care. She shows up to school the next day, is like fourth period or some shit. She's just sitting in class, and she gets pulled to the principal's office, and she's like, the fuck? So she's like sitting there, she's like, whatever, and Milo's already in there, and he's sobbing, right? He is just heartbroken, blah, wah, wah, wah. And she's like, what the fuck happened? What the hell happened? And she sees police officers there, and she's like, what the hell is going on? And they're like, have you seen Vivian Charleston at all today? And she's like, no. And she's like, or the officer's like, we hate to inform you, but she did commit suicide. She dead as hell. So Arden's like, ooh. Oh. 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 Oh, ah. Oh. And so Arden's like, holy shit, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. Like, I was too harsh with her, blah, blah, blah. And she's just thinking this internally. And then she hears Milo just break out in sobs. And he's like, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. Blah, blah. And Arden, like, turns to him and is like, your fault? Your fault? What do you mean? What do you mean, sir? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, I was just too close. I did too much. And I'm so sorry. Like, all this shit. And Arden's like, it definitely was my fault. Unless she came over to Milo's house after Vivian, or after Arden told Vivian that she never wanted to fucking see her again, which, if you want to see that happen, I don't think so. And Arden's like, it definitely is not his fault. But Arden's low-key real. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, she's real as fuck for this. She's like, it's okay, Milo. It's not your fault. It's okay. Like, I understand. He's like, no, but it is. It's my fault. It's just like Blair. It's just like Blair. And I'm horrible. And I'm fucking terrible. And I'm always the person that causes everything to go downhill. And I just ruin everybody's life. And I'm the reason people die. And she's like, this is low-key a do-over. And if he doesn't know that I kind of told her that I don't want her around, he's gonna take the guilt for this, and I can make him feel better. So I don't think I need to justify this. Okay, I need to justify this because I don't think Arden's a bad person. Okay. She kind of just like, I don't know how to justify this, but it's kind of she just like, she understands. And how do I explain this? But he is so Omega coded. Oh, dude, yeah, he's an Omega. What are you fucking talking about? Dude, wait, hold up. Milo been an Omega. Wait, let's do, hold up. Ellie, Milo, Ardan. Insane. Attakus. Hold up, I gotta get their Omegaverse things. Okay, Ellie, what do we think? Milo, do we think he's submissive, soft, dominant, or what do we think? I think he's an Omega, duh. Like, soft Omega. Arden is a soft alpha, obviously, the fuck. Minze is a beta. I don't give a fuck. Let's say aggressive beta. Aggressive beta. And Attakus is a caring beta. I don't fucking know. Attakus is normal. Ellie, what do we think Ellie is? I feel like Ellie's either like a loner alpha or like a beta. Ellie's Jesus. That's a wrong biblical character. Soft alpha. That's what I don't think they're soft. I think they're loner alpha. What are we doing? We're getting their omega first. Anyways, I think that's good. Yeah, I fuck with that. Okay, cool. Or we could do dominant omega. I kind of fuck with that. I like that for Atticus. Anyways, might go to lone wolf. Punch the lights out. What was I? Oh, I was trying to justify Arden's reasoning. Oh, I don't know. Do you guys think you could explain why Arden's in the right here? Because I think she is. I don't know how to explain it. Do we think? I think Arden's in the right. This is where you agree. Okay. She's not. Fuck you guys. Guys, stop. She's really not. Fuck no! I think she is. Like, I think she is. I think I can understand her actions. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I think she is self-serving, but I don't think she's selfish. She's 13. She's like 12 or 13 when this is happening. Decisions. It's... Defending her relentlessly. She's also going... That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think of Milo as, like... He's fucking 12, 13 at this time as well. And he's like, I'm the reason that Vivian's dead. I'm the reason, and I'm terrible, and I'm, like, a horrible curse on this family. And, like, everybody in my life will eventually die. I will never be forgiven. When he's 13, that's just sad. But when Arden is like, I can, like, restart with you, and I can make you feel better without dealing with what I'm going through, I think that's understandable as well. You know? She didn't hurt anyone on purpose. That's what I'm saying. I think she's pretty so she can do no wrong. No, genuinely. Get behind me, Arden. Okay. Anyways. So that happens, and during this time, she's regretting what happened with Vivian. And she's like, I don't want that to happen again. So I will do whatever it takes to make sure Milo does not end up in the same position as Vivian, right? So she becomes closer, which is what Milo wants at that time. You know, so they get pretty close, right? So then doesn't really matter, but it's freshman year now. And they're still really close. They're really, really gangster, awesome, banger shit. So, like, what else could she have done? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, she knows that Milo won't change his mind. So she's just trying to take this as an opportunity to make him better. I don't know. I haven't done jack squat on this drawing. I'm so sorry, guys. God, this is actually so embarrassing. I've done fucking nothing. But anyways, so this is freshman year. During freshman year, Milo and Ardan are just like chatting up. They're just like, they're pretty close. At this time, Minze has become friends. Minze and Attakus have become friends with Milo. Therefore, Ardan knows them. Isn't super close, but knows of them, and they occasionally will hang out in a big group. You know what I mean? How long you been drawing for? Like 15 years. You're all visiting. I know. Go to therapy? No, that's actually really funny, but none of them do. Well, Milo does go to therapy, but he drops her pretty quick. Pretty, like, very quick, actually. Anyways. So it's freshman year, right? Friend group, not really a friend group, but they all know each other, right? And Arden and Milo are like pretty close. Milo is more so close with Arden, but she can tell that he's getting like a little bit like wary of her not being as close as usual, and she just kind of chalks it up to them being in freshman year, starting high school. You know, they're in different, like they're starting a new stage of their life, and eventually Milo will understand that not everything's gonna change, and she's a pillar in his life. You know? So anyways, one day, Arden makes friends very fast, so she's like not popular, but she is well known, and she plays basketball for school and she does theater, right? So she's like kind of well known. Milo is a little bit annoying in class, in school. Blame it on the ADHD bitch. I don't fucking know. He's just that one kid that just won't shut the fuck up. And everybody doesn't really have anything to hate about him, but at the same time they're like, shut the fuck up. Like, oh my god, I can't stand you. So he's not really close with anybody. So one day, it's like, I want to say maybe a week or two into school, maybe even 3. Milo is like chatting up, or like Arden is chatting up her group of friends, and Milo comes running in, and he's like, Atticus, or Arden, and she's like, oh, what? And he's like, I'm so excited about this person. They're so pretty. They're so cool. They're in my gym class, and I just can't believe, like, they're so awesome. And she's like, what's their name? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, I'm glad you have like a hallway crush, but like, that's cool. Let's just keep it that way. And he's like, I know, but like, I'm gonna talk to them. And she's like, you have no Rizzle, bro. So like, she's like, okay, that's fine. You do that, little. I don't give a fuck. I'll be here. Tell me about it. And so Milo will just like every other day he'll come back from like PE or have lunch and be like, Arden, dude, this person in my class is so fucking cool. And then they're like, okay, who is this? And he's like, okay, their name is Ellie. They're so cool. They look really awesome. I bet you've seen them around school. And she's like, Ellie who? And they're like, Ellie Davidson. Like, they have like the long like hair, and they have like, they're really pale, and I don't know, they're just really cool looking. She's like, oh, I have them in my geometry class. Like, yeah, they're chill. They're fine. I don't talk to them. Like, they just kind of sit there. Like, they're kind of a mystery to me, but I do think they're pretty. Like, yeah, go ahead, man, I don't give a fuck. And she's like, there's no way in hell that Milo will even come close to Ellie at all. Like, there's no fucking way in hell, because Ellie's mysterious and nonchalant, and Milo is annoying. And she's like, okay, whatever. Anyways, next week comes along, and Milo's even more excited than usual. And she's like, what's going on? He was like, we were partners in gym, and they asked to be partners in gym. They know me. And she's like, did they know your name? And he was like, no, but I gotta tell them. And then we talked, and we were partners. So basically, they love me. Like, Milo just like me for real. Like, he's not actually saying that, but he's like, no, but we're like getting closer, and I can already tell that we're gonna be friends, and it's gonna be really close. And she's like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Do not get too close pretty soon, lowbrow. Like, they didn't even know their name. And he's like, but they do now, so there's potential. You know, like, we're gonna become close friends. Like, I can already fucking tell, like, we're gonna become awesome. And she's like, okay, but don't get close. Like, I don't like where this is going. I've seen them in class. I don't think they would become friends with you. And he's like, I don't understand why you would say that. Like, wouldn't everybody want to be friends with me? Like, I don't understand. And she's like, are we doing this again? And he's like, bitch, fuck you. So he scurries off. And with the doing this again, Milo doesn't understand fully what she's saying, and he's like, no, that's not what's happening. Arden is basically saying, like, I can already tell from the way that Ellie is and their demeanor and how nonchalant and mysterious that they are. You know, they're fucking awesome. That Milo is trying to fix them. Or trying to see Vivian and his sister and Ellie again. You know? So they're trying... He's trying to befriend them because he feels bad for them. As a way of, like... Not retribution. I don't know. Reconciliation. I don't fucking know. Big words. I don't give a fuck. So anyways, they kind of like scurry off, whatever. And then, Milo. I love you, Milo, but oh my god, he is really fucking annoying in high school. He is like genuinely painful. Also, okay, this fucking like, I need to rant about this. This fucking stopper pen holder thingy clings to my fucking eraser, and it's really annoying. Okay, there we go. Well, no, never mind. The fuck? How do I do? How do I... Dude, am I like a crafter or what? I didn't fail wood shop for a reason. Fix broken woman. Yeah, just a little bit. It's not so... I feel like fixing is the wrong term. He thinks it's fixing, but it's more so he gets forgiveness from it. Next stream, I'll do Minze lore eventually. Eventually is I don't know when. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? Anyways, the next day, so after she's like, we're not gonna do this again, and he's like, bitch, shut the fuck up, you know, whatever, I don't give a fuck. She's like, okay, I guess that he's just not gonna, you know, like, it's not gonna happen, you know, all this shit, I don't know, like, I guess he'll just, like, kind of not talk to me for a little bit, I don't give a fuck, like, he'll always come back. Oh my god, he's like FNAF, he's like William Afton. Next day, he comes running up and he's like, I fucking told you, Arden. I told you, bitch. I told you. And she's like, you told me what? What'd you say? Like, what do you mean? And he was like, I invited them over to my house and they came in and they're so cool and they like me and we're friends now. And my mom and dad know about it. And they like Ellie. They think they're cool and I like them a lot. And I think they're really cool, and I think we're gonna be friends, and I think you're wrong, and I'm not trying to fix them, I'm trying to just be friends with them, because I think they're really cool. Anyways, so, Arden's like, okay, I guess this is happening, you know, all this shit. And she's like, okay, whatever, it's just gonna be phase, Turns out not to be a phase. And next, like, couple of days, he's just kind of constantly talking about Ellie. Blah, blah, blah. Ellie, and all this shit. And fucking Milo's a little dumb. If you haven't caught that yet, Milo's a little fucking stupid. One day, Arden is invited over for dinner with Milo, right? Because it's like, it's pretty often that they have like dinner with Milo's family, right? And while Arden is like helping like their parents like cook dinner, she's like, where is Milo? And they're like, that is a good question. I don't know. I thought he was out in the garden, but I don't see him. Like, where'd he go? And Arden's like, okay. And Milo has ranted about Ellie enough to know that Milo knows, or like Arden knows, that Ellie lives in the same neighborhood. And she's like, oh my god. So she calls Milo. And, Car accidents and savior complexes. I know. So she calls up Milo. She's like, bitch, where the fuck are you? And he's like, oh shit, Arden, is it time for dinner? Dude, Ellie, do you want to come over? And they're like, no. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? He's with Ellie. And, oh my god. Drop the voice claims. I've made voice claims before, but it's not the right voice claims. I don't know. I don't know what they sound like. Sorry, gang. And Ellie's like, no, I don't want to come over for dinner. And then she hears another voice in the background be like, no, like, go ahead, have dinner. And suddenly Ellie's like, yep, I'll be having dinner over there. And she's like, who the fuck was that? Who was that old man in the background telling Ellie to have dinner with us? And suddenly they're having dinner when they were pretty apprehensive about this. Whatever. So Ellie comes over with Milo, and Milo's like, surprise gang, I have a friend. Ellie is super cool. Or like Arden's mom specifically, like, hey Arden's mom, this is my super cool and awesome new friend named Ellie, and I really think you would fuck with them. And Milo's parents are like, I wish you told us you were bringing over company. And Ellie's like, am I not welcome here? The fuck, what's going on? It's like really awkward. And he's like, no, you're invited. You're invited, don't you worry. And they have to like pull up a random seat from like a different table so Ellie can sit down at the table. And it's like weirdly like, it just is awkward. And Ellie is like getting the vibe that it's awkward. And at dinner, like, they're asking Ellie, being like, oh, where are you from? Like, are you new to Wyoming? You know, all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And Ellie's like, yeah. And they're just really awkward, very silent, not really eating a whole bunch. And everybody's, like, kind of getting, like, really, like, what the fuck? And then Milo's like, no, dude, wait, can we actually talk about your house? Dude, it's fucking sick. And, like, no, your mom was so chill. And, like, your dad, he's kind of weird, but he's, like, really cool. And he starts talking, like, really fast and just talking about everything. And then he's like, oh, and your little brother, what was his name? And Ellie's like, can we not talk about that? Can we just shh. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, your little brother is, like, super cool. I really fuck with him. And, like, he's just, like, talking about all this shit. And he's like, but I do have to ask. I know this is, like, probably a wrong time to ask. But, like, Ellie, how did he get burnt? And everybody's like, burn? What are we talking about? And Ellie's like, no, we are not talking about this. We're not talking about this. Milo, shut the fuck up. And he's like, no, I'm, like, curious. And I felt really weird about asking it in the house because I didn't know if it was, like, really sensitive there. And I was going to ask on the way over, but it was, like, really awkward. And I really wanted you to, like, explain. Like, I wanted to explain, like, he's not talking normally. Like, he's going crazy. And he's like, I wanted to explain the family dynamics and, like, who to sit next to, and, like, all this shit, and, like, talk about my family and blah, blah, blah. But then I got, like, sidetracked, and then we were already here, and so I was like, wow, what a great time to ask you, because we're already talking about you, so we can just, like, what happened with Avery? And Ellie, like, stands up, pushes their chair, and is just like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to leave. And Miles like, bro, no, no, please, come back, little bro. What did I do? Milo's dumb. Milo's fucking stupid. And so Milo chases after Ellie, and Arden's like, Milo, you need to come back. This is rough. This is embarrassing for you. He's like, it's not embarrassing. I was trying to make a good friend, and, like, I thought they were gonna be chill about it, and it's like, I know it's, like, a touchy subject, but they're not in front of their parents, so, like, what the fuck? It's so embarrassing. Milo's so embarrassing. Someone skinned Milo. But anyways, so next day at school, Milo, like, he's like, okay, I feel like I'm just getting into Milo and Ellie lore, but I'm not gonna say anything. But anyways, Arden basically tells him that night that you probably should think before you speak, low bro. Love Milo, but no. And he was like, I don't understand though, like, why is it a touchy subject? Like, I just don't fucking understand. And she's like, would you want me to bring up Blair or Vivian at the dinner table in front of any guests? And he was like, Why would you bring that up? And she's like, see, that's my fucking point. Like, you connect the two. She's like, are you fucking stupid? And he's like, oh, I get it now. Oh, shit. I'm like, low-key dumb as fuck. And, she's like, yeah, so I think you should apologize, right? And, it's so obvious not to bring up at the dinner table. Okay, Milo got really excited about... Milo gains consciousness. Milo gains a brain cell. Milo's a little dumb. He got really excited about his new friend, okay? So Milo apologizes, and Arden is waiting for him at lunch, like, on her phone the next day, just, like, chatting it up. And then she hears 2 trays hit the table, and she's like, who else is here? Oh, motherfucker, it's Ellie. So, like... She's like, hey, Ellie, you good? And they're like, yeah, I'm super nonchalant and chill. And Arden's like, you know what? I'm not gonna pry. I'm not gonna fucking pry. I don't really give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm nonchalant. I don't give a shit. I'm glad they made up, but at the same time, get the fuck away from Milo. He's a little dumb. But anyways, so they're having like lunch. And it's basically Milo and Arden, like, talking with Milo occasionally bringing Ellie into the conversation because Ellie is nonchalant as fuck, and Arden is also nonchalant as fuck. They're having a nonchalant off. Arden does not like Ellie. Ellie doesn't give a fuck about Arden. Like, they're fine. God, this song is a banger. Eventually, one day at lunch, it's like, Arden is talking to Arden is talking with Milo, and he's like, dude, wait, Ellie, have you met my buddy Minzay yet? And they're like, no, I've never even heard of him. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, dude, he should be here today. Like, oh my god, Minzay's supposed to be here today. I'll text him and bring him over. So Minzay, like, he's like talking with a group of friends, and he comes over. And, Minzay! And he's, like, talking with a group of friends, and Milo just, like, jumps up from the table, and he grabs Minzay and, like, pulls him away from the conversation. He's like, yo, bro, meet my friend Ellie. Super cool. Don't you think they should be Attakus? Isn't Attakus, like, the best? You know? And Minzay's like, sup, my name's Minzay, what's up, gang? And Ellie's like, sup. Ooh, this is really awkward. And, like, Ellie can catch a vibe that Minzay just does not fuck with him, in the slightest. And they're like, okay. And then when Milo's like, dude, no, they should totally meet Attakus, and we should all just totally hang out. Me, you, Arden, and Ellie, and Attakus. All of us hang out together, big old group, Saturday. Let's do it. And everybody's like, okay. Okay. And everybody's, like, kind of getting, like, really awkward, and Arden's like, I'll be there. And Milo's like, you don't have anything to do, and you can get out of your house. Ellie, let's go together. And Minzay's like, I'll see if Attakus can come. Like, I don't give a fuck. And Milo's like, let me just call them. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, hell yeah. So Milo calls Attakus, and they're like, yeah, no, no, 100%. Let's meet up Saturday. Let's go. You come to Minzay, and we'll all bring everybody else, and we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna have a great old time, and we're gonna go get, like, ice cream and shit, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. And blah, blah, blah. Like, he's just, like, going on a spaz attack, you know, all the shit. And everybody's like, Saturday's gonna be hell on earth. I'm gonna kill myself. Milo gonna make me pop a bullet vessel. Okay, I feel like everybody's is gonna hate Milo until the time skip, okay? Because then Milo gets cool. So Saturday comes, and Arden is already feeling in her bones. She's like, this is not good. This is not what's supposed to happen. Not cool. This is really weird. I don't understand why Ellie is putting up with Milo. I understand why I can put up with Milo, But this, crazy work. And so Saturday comes, and they're all like hanging out. It's like Milo, Arden, and Ellie together. They're just like talking. aka Milo is just talking, and they're just going, and then they hear like, oh, sorry, I was late. And it's Attakus. Attakus comes in. And for some reason, Ellie just has this adverse reaction to Attakus. Just absolutely, like, taken aback, really awkward, really scared, right? And Arden notices this. Milo, of course, fucking does not. Because why wouldn't he? Or why would he? Why would he notice? He's Milo. So Arden's like noticing this and being like, what's going on, little bro? And it like kind of gets out of hand where Ellie's like, I don't know, man. Sorry, this song is fucking awesome. Are they mortal enemies? No, they're not. Attakus is also confused as to why Ellie does not like them. Like immediately has like a really adverse reaction. Like Attakus like tries to hold her hand and like being like, oh my god, you're so cute, like blah, 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 like trying to like be really friendly, very bubbly around them. And Ellie like overtly like puts their hand away, like pulls away from them, does not like it. Everybody's noticing the tension besides fucking Milo because it's Milo. Anyways, so oh, that's so bad. So everybody's like, what's going on, little bro? And he's like, Ellie's like, I can't do this. So Ellie runs off. And Milo's like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck going on? And Arden's like, if you go chasing after them, they're gonna hate you more. And he's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. She's like, okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. So then the next couple of days come. It's like kind of awkward in the friend group. And then all of a sudden, Attakus and Ellie are like this. They're real close. And Arden is fucking confused. Everybody else is kind of like chilling with it. Minze's pissed about it. Milo's just joyous. Leaving midway through events, I know. Anyways, so they're confused. And then Arden is like really confused, like being like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. Like, I'm so fucking lost right now. I thought Ellie was just gonna be a phase, and like, I don't understand. Give me that damn cat. So after like school one day, lunch one day, whatever, Cat mentioned what the fuck is a window? Shut up. But anyways, they're like talking after school, and it's just Ellie and Arden, and they're like, hey, I gotta ask for real, like, I'm really confused. I really have nothing against you, like, you're fine or whatever. Do you like Milo? And they're like, they talk to me, they're nice. And Arden's like, okay, do you like me? And Ellie's like, the fuck? You're fine. Like, I don't care. And she's like, wait, they kind of match my nonchalant energy. I kind of fuck with you. They're like, as long as they get close with me, they're not going to get close with Milo and he won't get hurt again. They're like, Arden starts thinking, and she's like, I could just, if I seal them away, Milo won't get hurt by that. And I'll be put at fault. You know, all this shit. So she's like, okay, I'll just take the bullet and get close with Ellie so that Milo can't get hurt again, right? So Arden asks if they want to have a sleepover at Arden's house, and they're like, fine, whatever, you know, they hang out. And during the sleepover, Arden kind of realizes that they kind of like Ellie, like, in a friendly manner. But they're like off-put by them. But they think they're interesting, and they match the vibe, you know? Just want that cookie. Anyways, so slowly Arden and Ellie become close. Ellie and Milo become closer. Ellie and Atticus are way closer. And Ellie and Minze fucking hate each other, but they still hang out, right? So it's becoming like a big friend group thing. It eventually gets like super good, and everybody's kind of just chilling with it. Minze has his qualms, but he's put those to the side. No one really wants to ask why Minze has his qualms, because everybody fucking hates Minze. Especially Arden. She thinks he's a cringe little piece of shit. What's Ellie's hairstyle at this point? Oh, they have the long hair still. Like, they're still in their, like, long hair baddie form. I don't know. They're, what, 15 at this time? Hold up. Do I have a drawing of them like this? Hold up. Okay, Ellie looks like this, currently. Currently, Ellie looks like this. Yeah, gang shit. Well, I have... Oh my god, I do have a drawing of the next scene. Milo and Ellie! Milo and Ellie. So next scene. Very bad scene. This shit is where it gets a little bad. So they're all hanging out at Milo's house, right? And it's like Arden is sitting on top. Okay, Milo has a bunk bed. Arden's sitting on top of the bunk bed. Milo and Ellie are on the bottom, just like sitting next to each other. Atticus and Minze are on like a beanbag and chair, right? It gets what? So like, pretend it's like really good at this point. It's subtly not. So, gotta go read Yowie and sleep. Good night. Thank you for being here. Because what? So they're all hanging out and being fucking okay. Milo and Arden are 16. So I guess it's their sophomore year. Sorry, sophomore year at this point. Ellie is 15. Minze is 17 and Atticus is 18, right? Where did this come from? She voted out. And they're all just hanging out and being like dumb. Being really stupid. They're like, let's drink. Because we're teenagers who give a fuck. And Ellie isn't really drinking a whole lot. But they're like day drinking. Like, it's like a Saturday afternoon. And they're like, fuck yeah, we're badass. Atticus is slightly participating. Minze is participating, but not fully. Milo is definitely participating. And Arden is just slightly. So, because they're fucking stupid, and especially Milo's like, bro, let's play Truth or Dare. And everybody's like, okay. Whose idea? I don't know. It's probably Milo's idea that they were like, let's get drunk, guys. Let's be badasses. Because he's cringe. And so they're like, yeah, let's play Truth or Dare. Like, whatever pleases you, Milo. I don't give a fuck. So it's pretty normal. They're probably... Sorry, this entire part is Milo is stupid. Yeah. So they're all like being pretty normal. Like there's some like stuff being like, ooh, you know, all this shit. And then they're like kind of just chilling out. Arden is kind of just like happy. Everybody's having a chill ass time. And then it's Milo's time for Truth or Dare. And Minze is asking. And oh, this part is so bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. And Minze's like, Truth or Dare? Milo says, Dare. And he's like, kiss Ellie. Kiss Ellie. We know you like him. Kiss him. Right? And Milo's like, and everybody's like, like, jump scare, shock, horror, you know, all this shit. And Atticus is like, dude, let's not do that. And Arden's like, I'm just gonna smile and nod. Minze is such a gooner. No, genuinely. Milo's like, are you for real? Like, why would I do that? That's so weird. And look over at Ellie because like Ellie's the topic of the hour, and Ellie's kind of just smiling, just like sitting there like in their own happy world. And then they're kind of like, they're like, Ellie, what's the Wattpad experience? No, genuinely. Next thing you know, they're still run direction. No, genuinely. And they're like, Ellie, are you okay with it? And they're like, huh? And they're like, do you, like, Milo's like, can I kiss you? Like, it's a dare, like, can I do that? And Ellie's like, yeah. Kind of off-put, but also kind of just like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, instead of being like, yeah, or like, yes, it's like, yeah. So they kiss for like solid 2 seconds, right? And then Milo pulls away and he's like, this is tough as fuck. This is fucking awesome. And then everybody looks at Milo and he's like giddy. And Ellie looks disgusted, absolutely horrified, grossed out. And they start like shaking and then like rub their hands and then start like tearing up. And Milo's like, I'm sorry. Did I do something? I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. I didn't mean to, like, do you regret it? I'm so sorry. Like, blah, blah, blah. And Ellie's like, I just need to leave. So they run out of the house and Milo is sprinting, being like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And so he's freaking out. And then Attakus starts freaking out. Ellie is running down the street. Milo is tweaking a little bit. And Milo runs outside, right? And then Arden's like, bitch, do I have to fucking chase Milo for like the 50th time? And so she runs outside, right? Runs outside and she's like, Milo, like, you're not catching them. Just leave them alone. And he's like, no, I don't know what I did wrong. And like, I need to help them. Like, it's okay. And she's like, why don't you just choose yourself for once? Like, why don't you just, it's probably not your fault. Like, you asked, it didn't go well. Like, just come back to me. Like, choose me. Choose me. Choose yourself. Don't choose another person that's gonna leave you eventually. And he's like, fuck you, bitch. So he runs away. He runs away from Arden, and she's like, you know what? I've done everything in my life for this fucking dweeb, for my fucking cousin. That's a piece of shit. And I'm over it. I'm so over it. And so she's just like pissed. She doesn't fucking care. And so she walks home. She doesn't give a fuck. Milo's still chasing after Ellie. And Milo, are we for serious? Milo's fucking stupid. Arden goes home. She's fucking over it. She doesn't give a shit. And then the next day at school, Milo like comes up to her and is like, sorry, I don't know why you said that. It was just, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, you know, choose me, pick me, love me. And she's like, it's fine. I don't care. You were drunk. Like, I understand. Like, you were tipsy. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Where's Ellie? And he's like, I don't know. I didn't see them in gym. And then, like, he's like, if you see them, like, can you let them know that I'm sorry and, like, you know, all this shit, and I didn't mean to, like, hurt them in any way, and I don't know what I did. If there is anything I can do, like, let me know. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And so, walking the halls, Arden sees Ellie, and almost for a second is like, I'm not gonna talk to them. I don't even want to continue this because Milo is being fucking stupid and irrational and annoying, and I knew this would happen. But she's like, I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious why they ran away. And so she's like, hey, Ellie, like, what's up? And they're like, hey, like, what's going on? They're like, what was that about? Like, I just want to make sure, like, were you uncomfortable? They're like, it was just not what I wanted. And Arden's like, are you okay? And they're like, I'm fine now. It's okay. Sorry, I just made a dumb decision and I took it out on you guys and I didn't really mean it. And I apologize. You know, I just don't know how I'm gonna face you guys again. And she's like, could you just like apologize to Milo? That's really all he wants. And they're like, yeah, I can do that. And then so Arden, like, after school they call up Milo, and Milo is like going up, and before Ellie can even start apologizing, being like, hey, I'm sorry, I just ran away, I just got too uncomfortable, I don't know why I made that decision, it's not your fault, blah blah blah. Milo immediately just starts sobbing and being like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm so sorry, I fucked up, I'm such a fucking terrible person, and I'm so sorry, like, I know I made it. Just sobbing, like snot bubbles, everything. He's just incoherent, you know, just like, and Ellie's like, bitch, what? And Ellie's like pissed off at this. Arden's pissed off at this. And so after Milo is just like, just like slightly coherent, they're like, it's fine. And Ellie's like, it's fine, like, just like, don't do that again. Like, it's just weird, you know? And he's like, it's okay, I'm sorry, like, please forgive me. And they're like, yeah, sure, man. Cool, anyways, bye, gang. So then it gets, like, really awkward. And then suddenly, everybody's like, has anybody seen Minze or Attakus today? Has anybody seen, like, anybody, has anybody heard from them? Like, where are they? What's going on? And everybody's like, that's a good question. I haven't gotten any texts, any calls from them. And so, like, public enemy number one. And, everybody's like, okay, whatever. So they call Attakus. Attakus doesn't pick up. Did they get hit by a car? No, they did not. Hurt no comfort. Yeah, hurt no comfort. He's brain rot. So they call, are you a Timothy fan? Bitch, am I a Timothy fan? We're cracking Timothy tonight. Anyways, okay. So I've done fucking nothing in this. So they call Attakus. Attakus doesn't pick up. They call Minze. Doesn't pick up. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, no one is picking up. They go to Atticus's house. No one is home. Like, not even their mom is home. They don't know where Minze lives. Minze essentially lives with Attakus. It's really weird. I'm not gonna get into it. That's Minze lore. So they're like, what the fuck? And no one's answering. They don't know what's going on. And then suddenly, like, a week or two later, maybe, Minze shows up, and, or, like, he, like, texts back being like, hey, I'm so sorry, like, sorry, gang, I just had, like, a difficult time. And, like, everybody's like, oh, what are you talking about? We went to your work. You have never skipped work once. He only calls out when he's deathly ill, because he has that worker bee mindset, grind mindset. And everybody's like, what do you mean you just, like, went through something troublesome? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. And everybody's like, okay, cool. And they're like, so where's Attakus? And he's like, I think they're on, like, a trip or something. I think they felt really weird about the whole, like, situation at Milo's house. And everybody's like, okay. And Milo's like, oh my god, I fucked it up again. I'm fucking terrible. And they're like, shut the fuck up. And now everything's just weird. Like, the whole friend group is weird. Minze, Attakus, nowhere to be seen. Milo is being fucking sad and being like, oh my god, I ruined the friend group and I don't even know what I did. And Arden's just pissed at this because she knew this would happen because Milo's fucking Milo. And Ellie's just getting annoyed at this because they wanted to apologize, but now they feel weird about it. So eventually, like a week later, the tension is fucking terrible in the friend group. It's getting worse, but no one else like, Arden has friends, But like, she doesn't like hang out with them, you know, like they're in school friends, you know? Atticus like Ellie. Atticus is like friendly towards Ellie. I kind of hate Ellie now. Fuck you guys. Don't. Okay, low-key real. I'm a Milo stan. Don't say that shit. Actually, do say that shit. I love Milo. Anyways, so like a week later, suddenly they're like sitting at lunch, and Milo gets a phone call from Minze, and they're like, "Hello, hello," and everybody's like, "Put that shit on speaker. Like, well, let's hear what's going on." You know? Puts it on speaker, and he is like almost incoherent. You know, all this shit. And Milo's like, what are you saying to me? And he's like, bro, come to the gas station right now. The gas station between this road and this road. Come to it right now. Right now. And they're like, we're at lunch, like, class is starting in a few minutes. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Come over now. Guys, I miss you. No, come over. And, like, Arden is looking at this and being like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, this is just really off. And Milo's like, okay. Dead body, definitely. Hear about the gas station. Okay, this is the first instance of the gas station. There's the second one. And I don't really talk about the first one that often. Reminds me of Gotcha's, hell yeah. So anyways, Arden drives Milo and Ellie to the gas station. And they get out and they see Minze. And he's wearing like these gray sweatpants. Car! It's a car! He's wearing these gray sweatpants and like this like wife beater that's just like almost yellow. Like it's like musty. And his hair is like sticking to his head. It's covered in grease. And he hasn't shaved. He like, bitch, Discord modcore. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he looks nasty. He has not showered in legitimate time, like 3 weeks. Has not showered. Okay? Anyways, so everybody gets out because Minze is very, very particular about his appearance. He's very male manipulator. He has the like, think of Marshall Lee. You know, he has that. So then seeing him like this, they're like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? And so they get out and like Arden like immediately closes her nose and she's like, what the fuck is going on, man? And he's tweaking out. He has a bottle of alcohol in his hands. Keep in mind, it's like noon. It's like noon. Bitch, what are we doing? Don't call him Gerard White. That's so evil. Fuck you guys. And Milo's like, hey, bud, what's happening? And he's like, Milo, my bud, dude. And he like pulls Milo into a hug and he's like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Like, and Milo's like, where's Atticus? And he's like, dude, we gotta talk about Atticus. Arden and Ellie are just on the sidelines, right? And they're like just like staying away because bitch, he stink. He stink like shit. He's drunk. He's weird. Ellie is really off put. Arden is really off put, but she's curious, you know? No showers a month. Ew! Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit. Yeah, no. Minze is an alcoholic, if you couldn't already tell. But anyways, so he's like touching up on Milo, and Milo's like, dude, what is going on? Like, I have not heard from you in like a month, and you come over like this. This isn't like you. Like, what's going on? And where is Atticus? And he's like, Atticus? I'm so glad you mentioned it. And everybody's like, okay, but like for real, where's Atticus? Where's Atticus? Like, we all love Atticus. Everybody fucking loves Atticus. What's going on? And he's like, dude, you're not gonna fucking believe it. You're not gonna fucking believe it. And everybody's like, just fucking tell us what happened. And he's like, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. And everybody's like, what? You're fucking joking. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's like, they fucking died. They're dead. They're dead because of you. And they're dead. And you're the reason You're the reason. And Milo's like, what? First of all, Milo getting told that he's the reason that Attakus, who is like essentially heart number one, Janko Tico Heart Eyes Didi, getting told that he's the reason that they're dead after being fully convinced that Vivian and Blair are dead because of them. And Atticus shot dead in Detroit. And so that's not helping Milo. And Arden like immediately is like, the fuck? Because she wants to help Milo, because to her knowledge, there's no way in hell that Milo could have been responsible for Atticus's death, you know? But suddenly he is, you know? And so she's like concerned for him because she has to take care of him. That's her whole role. But at the same time, she's like, Atticus is dead. My hoe's dead. My one and only, my day one, my for lifer is dead. What are we talking about? And Milo's like, it can't be I don't know what I did. Like, when did this happen? And he's like, oh, it was fucking you for sure. Like, they killed themselves because of you, because they couldn't stand being around you, little bro. And like, Milo's like, no, I don't know what I did. Like, I try to do what was always like best. He's like trying to justify it, but he's like, I don't know what I did. Like, I haven't seen them in a month. Like, when did this happen? And he's like, it was like yesterday. It was yesterday. They died yesterday. And he's like, I literally haven't seen Atticus for a month. What are you talking about? You're the only person that has seen Atticus. So what do you mean I'm the reason they're dead? And Minze is like pissed at this. I thought they got into a driving accident. No, dude, we're back. No car. So Minze just gets like irrationally angry at this. Think like alcoholic whore. Think of like Republican dad alcoholic whore. And he grabs Milo's arm and like throws him to the ground. And Arden is like, whoa, Milo. Like, are you good? And Minze like pushes her away, and he's like, get the fuck away. This is me and him. This has nothing to do with you, bitch. And Milo's just like sitting on the ground, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, I always knew it was your fault. It was your fault always, that Atticus was always gonna die to your fucking hands one day, and I knew it. And Milo's getting like upset at this. He's getting fucking livid. And so while like Minze is grabbing his hand, he rips it out of his hands, and punches Minze in the face. And he gets up, and while Minze is on the ground, he's lying there, he just got punched in the face, sucker punched. The girls are fighting. And make them kiss already. And punches Minze, falls to the ground. And Minze, and everybody's kind of just like standing there like, ooh, girls are fighting. And Minze just looks at Milo with just like this disgust. And then like content, or like proudness. I don't know. What is a good word? You know what I mean? And when Milo sees his face contort into this like hell yeah, he starts like, he puts down his fist, and he's not respect. I don't know. Smugness? Yeah, kinda. I would say that. When Milo sees his face, and it's like this like smugness is a good word. Pulls him into a kiss. Yeah, no, genuinely. Milo like starts shaking and like puts his hand away, and then like wipes it off, and then like puts his hand out, and it's like, I'm so sorry, I don't know why I did that. You were just really upsetting me. Can we just talk this over? Like blah blah blah. And Minze pushes his hand away. He's like, you know, Milo, I am just so glad that we became friends. And Milo and Ardan and Ellie are like, bitch, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, the fuck? And he, like, gets up on his own, right? And he's like, I always knew you could do this. I always knew it. I just felt it in my soul. And, you know, I think I recognized it for the first time when you tried to stab Atticus. And Milo just, like, falls back, and he's like, oh. And Ellie is like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the hell? What the fuck is going on? And Arden's like, what the fuck is happening? What's going on? What's happening? And Milo's like, I didn't mean to, blah, 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 blah. And Minze just, like, pushes him to the ground, and is just like, you're fucking pathetic, you know? Go to the funeral, don't go to the funeral, I don't give a shit, you know? Blah, blah, blah. And so everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? And so Milo just starts sobbing. Ellie's like, what is going on? And they don't want to get involved with this anymore. And first of all, everybody found out that fucking Milo might go, what? This doesn't get explained in Arden's lore, guys. Actually kills it. No, Milo hasn't killed anybody. Just, yeah, anyways. I love doing this. This is so fun. Anyways, so Milo is, like, sobbing on the ground. Arden is like, okay, I guess I'll help him. But what the fuck are we talking about stabbing? What the hell? And so it cuts out, and essentially the whole, like, rest of the day, they don't go back to school. Minze is missing in action. Arden is trying to take care of Milo, but Milo is like, he's like, you just scammed me, I know. Should have picked Atticus. Oh, no, Atticus would have explained the lore. Ah! So, I'm having the time of my life. Anyways, so they don't go to school for the rest of the day. Minze's missing in action. Ellie kind of leaves, either to go do school, just goes home. They don't see them for the rest of the day. Arden is trying to console Milo, and Milo is not handling it well and basically pushes off Arden for, like, the 900th time. We've been duped and you're laughing. I'm having the time of my life. So anyways, Arden is like, I'm curious about this stab thing, but she's like, I guess I won't figure it out. Slowly losing your sanity. I know. So, and Milo's like continually pushing her away, and she's like, okay, fuck this. I don't give a fuck. I'm just so fucking over this. I just can't do this shit anymore. Like, you stab somebody, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. So she goes home. It's like trying to sleep at night. Me. And then she wakes up the next day. It's like, I guess we're going to school. Really fucking weird. And on the way to school, she notices that there's like a bunch of ambulances and fire trucks and fucking police cars. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? She's just over it. She's just over it. And while she's walking over to school, she notices that Ellie's house is burnt to the ground. There was an Amber Alert way early. She woke up way late for school. She didn't check her phone. There was an Amber Alert like at like 3 a.m. House is completely burnt to the ground. There's a bunch of people, bunch of police officers. There's warning tape everywhere. And Milo is just sitting outside talking to the police officers. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening? What is going on? So she's like, Milo, what the fuck did you do? Like, she like walks over and she's like, sorry, policeman. This is my cousin. What's going on? And they're like, sorry, we have arson on our hands, and you know, there's 2 bodies inside, and then apparently 2 people missing from this house. Is that correct? And she's like, I believe. Who are the bodies, and like who are the people missing? And they're like, it was the Davidson family. Do you know them? And she's like, I was friends with Ellie. Like, I'm close with Milo, so I know Ellie. Like, what's going on? And they're like, well, we heard from some neighbors that there was some gun shooting, some bullets fired, and then there was a fire. And by the time the neighbors had called, Milo was outside, and we don't quite know what's going on. In front of everybody knows. And Milo's like, I just got a call from Ellie. Like, I have a call from Ellie. And he like shows the phone to them, being like, I had a call from Ellie. Curse you cat, I know. And they're like, I know, but like, why'd you show up? And they were like, they asked me to show up. I don't know what happened. By the time I got here, like, it was burning down to the ground and they were gone. I don't know what happened. And Arden's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the? And she's like, I'm sorry, my brother could never hurt, like, a fly. Like, he's fine. Or not my brother, my cousin could never hurt a fly. And then she's like, stabbing. Minze mentioned it, stabbing yesterday. Maybe he could. Maybe he could hurt a fly. Maybe he did do this. So she starts being, like, a little apprehensive about it. But she's like, no, I don't think, I know, I've known Milo more than I've known about this fucking stabbing, and I know that Milo wouldn't do this. But it's still there. She still is thinking about this. But anyways, so she, like, goes in for questioning about Ellie. Stop framing him. So anyways, they go in for questioning about Ellie. Ellie becomes talk of the town because when the fuck is a small town in the middle of buttfuck Wyoming have a arson committed, double homicide, and potential hostage situation with kidnapping? Like, what kind of schizophrenic. Anyways, who are the bodies? Well, if you watch the Eric and Quinn, if you watch the Quinn lore video, you would know it's Eric and Quinn. What? Anyways, so they're like, Milo's like, it wasn't me. Like, you believe me, right, Arden? And she's like, yeah, no shit, I believe you. And she's like, well, yeah. You guys, you gotta catch up. Ellie, when I get you, bitch. Why are we talking about that? And I have not drawn anything during this live. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just been me talking. Anyways. So, around this time, Arden is being really consolable to Milo, and they're, like, trying to, you know, be in touch. Milo suddenly has a huge change of heart and wants to be really academic, really blah, 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 like, really wants to be smart. Like, he likes writing, he's not very good at it, but he puts in his ass and his effort to fucking get better at it. And Arden kind of pushes herself, like, disassociates from the whole Ellie situation. Like, everybody's like, oh, you know what happened with Ellie and, like, the Davidsons? Like, what happened there? And she's like, I don't know, it wasn't that close. Like, I don't really want to get into it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Because, you know, fuck it. Like, you know, all the shit. She doesn't give a fuck. Milo is kind of open about it, but at the same time, everybody kind of doesn't want to talk to him. They call me creepin', I said lovin' is the only way from me. Anyways, at this time, Milo is getting further and further away from Arden, and Arden is noticing this very harshly. Like, she'll come over and be like, hey, Milo, what's up? And he'll be like, I'm just working, like, sorry, can we hang out, like, another time? And she's like, yeah? The fuck? So Arden starts kind of being more separate. They become more distant with Milo. And then one night at dinner, she's invited over with her mom. Pretend she's like 17 or 18 at this point, right? So it's been like a good 3 years since... Sorry, I was drinking water. Ooh, there's like, ugh. Oh, I hate when there's hard water. Oh, it pisses me off. Anyways, so she's invited over for dinner. She's like 17 or 18. They're both seniors. Some call me stalking, I say walking. God, this song is such a banger. Pre-adult, it's crazy. And everybody's like kind of excited, and Milo's parents are like patting him on the shoulder, and Milo's like kind of getting like giddy and excited. He's calmed down quite a bit since middle school and in early high school, okay? He's gone normal, right? And Arden's like, what's going on, guys? And so they sit down, and Milo's mom is like, well, sweetie, you want to tell them? And he's like, I got published. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he writes a book. I don't know what the title would be. I don't really give a shit. But he writes a book explaining what happened, like explaining his connection with Ellie, right? Basically painting Ellie in like such a like beautiful light, just like really just grinding, like he's glazing to shit. He's riding that meat until it falls off. Like it is, he wrote that shit. He wrote it from his perspective, because everybody essentially thinks that Ellie killed their parents, stole their little brother, and now they're a fugitive on the loose, you know, whatever. You meat writer. If I did it. And they're like, I'm so proud of you, Milo, like, blah, 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 like, I hope this goes so well. Holy glaze, no, genuinely. And Arden, like, sees this book, and she's like, if I had stopped Milo from becoming friends with Ellie, literally years ago, none of this would have happened. We wouldn't have been connected to this. We wouldn't have done anything. Attakus would probably still be alive. Minze would, you know, just like, she's just like, this is already a bad idea. I haven't even fucking read the book, and I'm just over it. Like, she's like, I'm sorry guys, can I be excused? I'm not feeling too well. And everybody's like, oh yeah, of course, you know, whatever. And so she just feels this immense amount of guilt, because she feels like she kind of ruined Milo's life by not inhibiting this behavior and not pulling him away from Ellie when they had the chance, right? So Arden starts feeling like really bad about it, and starts distancing herself from Milo, so they become even more distant. But they're still like family, you know, they hang out maybe like a couple times a month to go eat dinner, you know, not a huge deal. But Milo is going to law school, and Arden is going into education. So you gotta start college, you know, all the shit. And not really close, but secretly Arden is reading the book that Milo has written. And she is like, hello? Okay. She's like almost like disgusted by the little level of me writing on this shit. Like, she's like, what the fuck is this? Like, she's upset. My boy's a lawyer. Dude, I'm cooked. My boy's a lawyer. And she's like almost like disgusted, because nothing that he says is really like untrue, but it's just written in such a like gluttonous way. She doesn't know how to describe it, but it's just so like I don't, the way he writes about Ellie is disgusting. In I don't know, greedy, I don't know. In Arden's eyes, she's just like, it just reeks of him. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, nothing that he says is really not true, but it's like, I don't know, worships. Yeah, worships. It's very like, they're trying to make Ellie above. Obsessive is a good word. Glorified is a good word. Yes. Like, it's sickening. Like, she feels gross for reading it, because it almost sounds like a diary. Like, how it's written, it's very like emotionally intense and idealized. Yes. It's super personal, super like intimate, with the details and his thoughts and like trying to idealize Ellie, like completely. And she feels so disgusted by this, but also so disgusted by herself because she feels like she could have stopped this at one point or another. When Milo wasn't smart enough to, you know, get out of this situation, she could have pulled him out of it. When she knew that Ellie was going to lead to this kind of horrific situation, not to this degree, she never assumed it would get to this degree, she feels guilty about it. So she tries to connect more with Milo. It's just not really happening, and so she's just like, I don't know what else to do. I guess this is it for me. Dear Diarrhea. So then it's like, I want to say Milo is about 21-ish. So around that time, they're in college, living up like sophomore, junior year, around college. Both Ardan and Milo having the time of her life. And Milo's book has gone very, very public. People really like praise this book, especially locals. They're like, this is such an interesting perspective on the Davidson family because he was so close. And, you know, clearly Ellie was in a difficult position. They had nothing to do. Like, this was their only option. And, like, Ellie's just such a fantastic person. I'm just so glad that Milo was able to bring this to light. So Milo is very well known by this point. Arden has completely, like, not, she's mentioned in the book, but she's not like fully mentioned, you know, because it's very clear that throughout this relationship, Milo has made Ellie the point of his life while pushing Arden to the side. So anything Arden has done during the course of this relationship, during the course of when they were in high school, during the course of the 2 years that Ellie and Milo were friends, he has pushed everything that Arden has done for him away in order to become more close with Ellie. So he does not take any note of anything that Arden has done. So she's barely in the book, right? Crazy. Milo, low-key, fuck you. Low-key, fuck you. Milo, drop dead. I'm joking. I love you, Milo. Don't die, King. Anyways. Sorry, everybody wanna like Milo. So anyways. Suddenly, chilling in college, Arden is out of town for college. Milo has been close in the town. He goes to a pretty local college. Suddenly, it's like a Saturday night. Arden gets a call from Milo's mom and dad, and they're like, hey, when are you home next time? And she's like, I don't know, probably the holidays. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, do you remember Ellie? And they're like, she's like, are you fucking kidding me? We're bringing up Ellie. Like, I feel like it's pretty obvious that we know how I feel about Ellie. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? They're like, it's not Ellie, per se. It's, Avery? Do you remember Avery? And she's like, I've met him, like, once. I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, Milo just called us from the hospital saying that he has Avery. And she's like, what? And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, I don't know. Like, he just said that he went to the hospital, and Avery's with him, and that we need to go get him, and now we're driving over. Are you coming home anytime soon? Because we're really confused. And she's like, I'm not gonna get involved with this currently. Hell yeah, queen, hell yeah, don't even get involved. Okay, anyways, so Avery mentioned, no more Avery information for right now. I'm so evil. Milo, put that damn kid down. I don't want to let you go. Anyways, so next time it's the holidays, they go over to Milo's house for like Christmas or some shit, and Avery's there. And Arden's like, hey guys, I'm not even gonna, I'm not, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to get involved with Ellie or this family anymore. I'm just so confused as to what's happening. And Milo, like, pulls her aside and he's like, I don't know. He just showed up. And she's like, he wheelchaired his way over to your house where he is blind and deaf and doesn't know what you look like. He just wheelchaired his way all over to him. Like, are you fucking, like, I'm not stupid. And he's like, no, it's just, we just happen to, you know, we just need to take him in. And dude, fucking Milo is just so fucking stupid. I hate him. He has a sixth sense. And she's like, I don't even want to fucking hear your excuses. You know what? I'm glad that you found your family and found that your purpose in life was to take care of Ellie, and to find forgiveness within yourself. And Milo's like, don't say that. Like, no, we're still friends. Like, I still love, like, you're part of my family. And she's like, I really don't feel so. Like, you have dedicated your entire life to Ellie and being forgiven while I get pushed to the side. And I am frankly over this. I don't fucking care. Like, I'm over it. Have a good, you know, rest of your life. But it is not my job to take care of you. You are a grown adult now. Like, I've tried for years since you were like 8 to, you know, help you, and you have taken everything for granted. So I guess that's it. Enjoy Christmas. I'll be leaving early, you know? And he's like, I'm so sorry, Arden, like, blah, 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 like, I don't know, like, and she's like, I just don't want to hear it, like, I need to go home, like, I'm sorry, man. And I don't know the lot of kidnapping. So anyways, she leaves. Milo is, like, upset. He, like, texts her and calls her a few times, and is like, hey, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know what, I didn't realize how much you've done for me all these years because I was just so focused on Ellie, but this is really important to me, and I don't want to fight you on this, but Ellie is a huge part of my life, and I hope your life as well, and I don't want to lose that because you don't want to be a part of it anymore. And she's like, we've known Ellie for literally a year, like 7 years ago. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't... Bro, shut the fuck up. And the lawyer is criminal. And he's like, I understand that, but can you just, like, support me in this? And she's like, I've supported you in everything. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I just want to... I really do love you, Arden, and I'm really sorry for everything I've done, and I've taken you for granted, and I should have chosen you over Ellie. And Arden is, like, mature enough to realize, like, what he's doing. And, like, this would have worked on her in middle school. You know, like, getting chosen... You know, let's bring it back to her dad choosing her twin over her. You know? For a high school friendship. No, genuinely. What am I to do with all this beauty? But she's, like, smart enough to realize, like, this is kind of bullshit. So she's like, Milo, I just need some time away from you. And maybe we'll be in contact still, but for right now, I don't want anything to do with this, you know, whatever. Milo's so toxic. That man is messy. He sure is messy. Milo kind of Pumo. So anyways, Arden takes his time. Currently she's like 20, 21. She takes this time in the next 2 years to occasionally see Milo. They kind of make up. They're kind of friends. They're close-ish. They'll hang out when they're in town. They'll, like, have holidays together. But it's definitely not as close. Over the years, it has gone, like, dramatically downhill with being close, you know? Anyways, so... I'm liquid smooth, come touch me too. What happens at this time? Okay, so now she is 23. You know, she's a substitute teacher, likes her job. She plays basketball in local communities, goes to local theater. She is in town, but she's not like super, you know, like she's not in the same area of the town, you know. And so she's having a fun time. She'll occasionally like hang out with Milo. She'll be like, hey, let's go get coffee, you know, all this shit. She's still like friends with him, whatever. So then she's having the time of her life, and Milo, as soon as it gets good, as soon as it gets good, of course something has to happen. Milo. I fear he is rude. Here we go again. So, oh, fuck. So it's like springtime, you know, time of her life, and her and Milo get like weekly, like they go out and get coffee like weekly. But recently, he's been canceling for the past like 3-ish weeks. And she's like getting slightly suspicious, but she's like, I'm not gonna intrude. You know, he says he's busy, and I'm sure he's busy, you know? We all have our shit going on. You know, and I'm not gonna intrude. This isn't my shit. But she's like, she feels it in her bones. She's like, something is fucking wrong, and I don't like it. But they're ready to go, causing problems. Challenge 3, 2, 1, go. She's like, I feel it in my bones. So she calls him up. I actually do have the dialogue from this. Hold up, wait. Let me find this. Wait, because I want to read this correctly. Unless I decided to change my mind. Let's see. Let's see if I changed my mind. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Milo work a 9-to-5 challenge. He's never been employed, if you think about it. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? I watch a dream breaking. Bitch, where is this? The fuck? Where's Milo's route? What? Bitch! Did I get rid of it? Oh, Judas! Oh no, I found it. Okay, cool. Jobs, Milo. Jobs. Crass, Milo. So, anyways. He's like... okay. He's canceled on her for like 3 times over text, right? And she's like, I feel my spidey senses tingling. Living wage, my man, I pray. Your book is not gonna be popular. All these kids have ChatGPT now, they don't give a fuck. But anyways, so so she calls, right? And he finally picks up, and she's like, is that actually you? And he goes, like, Arden? She goes, you sound horrible. No one's been able to reach you for months. Like, this is crazy. What have you been up to? My chest hair is tingling. And my booty hair is shivering. And he's like, I know, I get carried away with my writing and everything, you know? And she goes, what are you writing about? Because she knows how he writes about Ellie. Like, he worships Ellie with a pen. You know what I mean? And she was like, what are you writing about? Very demanding, very not nonchalant. Milo canceled Golden Wolf Dog. And he's like, I don't know, it's just been like a little difficult. And she's like, yeah, so that happens when you get carried away with writing. That's what you said earlier, right? Like, make it make sense, little bro. And he's like, sorry, I don't know. It's just really, and then she's like, we should just meet up. I haven't seen you in what feels like forever. You know, like, let's move on. And he's like, it sounds great and all. I miss you a lot. I can't miss this deadline for a book. And she's like, my booty hairs are tingling, you know, spidey senses, bitch. She's like, you have no deadline. We can just go grab a coffee or something, and, you know, I don't like what's happening right now. And he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, you sound scared. What is going on? And he's like, I'm not, I just, I don't know, like, really, my problems with Milo and Thread. And she's like, well, would it be easier for just me to come over? Like, I can just come over. And he's like, no, my partner is a mess right now. Let's do Saturday. I need to go shopping. Let's do that, you know? And she's like, great, see ya, love ya, bye. And he's like, love you too. Hangs up, right? And she's like, something is bad. Something is bad. I don't like him. He has been ignoring his phone. He's usually really chatty, and he's fucking scared right now. It's really weird. He says he's writing, but he's not telling me what he's writing about, which means it's about Ellie. I don't like this at all, and I think it's really fucking weird. And I don't even want to get near this, right? Like, I'm over this. I'm scared, right? So she goes to, you know, the coffee shop, and he actually shows up, and she is shocked, like, dumbfounded by this. He's gonna do a Mr. Beast challenge. She's like shocked. She's like, oh, I didn't think you'd like make it, actually. Like, welcome back, like, welcome from the dead. And he is rugged. He is like, his eyes are just like puffy as fuck. There's like, he's wearing a fucking, what is it called? Why is it not playing? Anyways, he's wearing a turtleneck, but she can see, like, he'll like occasionally like roll up his sleeves, and she can see like bruises, and she's like, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, neck beard. Yeah, no, he has a neck beard for real. Freed Ardan. So she's like, what the fuck is going on? And I love Ardan. So she's just like chatting it up, and she doesn't want to immediately be like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Because she doesn't want to scare him away, right? She doesn't want to push him away too far. So she's like, so what's you been up to? You're writing. And he's like, yeah, I'm writing, and you know, whatever. He's like, but like, what's going on with you? You're a sub? Like, let's talk about that. And he's like really trying to deflect himself from the situation. First time in his fucking life. He loves talking about himself. So she's like, the fuck? And he's like continually like scratching his neck and like really anxious body language. And she's like, what is going on? And we have to free you from men. He's off that bed, no, genuinely. So she's like, okay, Milo, you know I'm not fucking stupid, and I've known you since we were in diapers, and like, the way you're acting is not normal. What is happening? Is it something to do with Ellie? And as soon as he hears the name Ellie, he's like, Ellie, who said anything about Ellie? We're not talking about Ellie. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, and she's like, whoa, calm it down, get your panties out of a twist, like, fuck you guys. And she's like, the fuck is going on? And she's like, I'm deadly serious, like, what is happening? Like, do I need to see your apartment? Like, is something going on? Are you getting hurt? And he's like, I'm not getting hurt, like, I don't know what you're talking about. And gone horrible, gone wrong. Arden running a friend group like an AV, no, genuinely. She's like, I don't want to hear any of these lies, you know, all this shit. And he's like, I know. And she's like, okay, he's about to crack. And she's like, Milo, I'm here for you. You did nothing wrong. Let's soothe you, little bro. He's like, Ellie's in my house right now. And she's like, be so fucking for real. Ellie's in your house. Ellie's in your apartment. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, but I need you to pretend that didn't hear that. And she's like, you realize you're like harboring a criminal. Ellie is the black mold. And he's like, I know, I just don't know what to do. And like, I know they're not in the wrong. And she's like, just shut the fuck up. looking at the state at which you are in currently, you are the problem. Because look at you. You have never been this fucked up in your life. And I've seen you at your worst moments. So what is happening? Happy to Minze. Oh, well, Minze. Yeah. So then, very cool, very awesome. Oh my god. Hey, little fingers, okay. So, he's like, you just don't understand. Like, I know you're trying to look out for me, but you don't know what's best for me. And she's like, I've known what's best for you since we were born. I have done everything for you in your entire fucking life, and you have taken it for granted. And this is my final chance to just see if you can get better. And you clearly are not. You're not getting better, and you're not taking my advice, which I know will help. He's like, I don't know, I don't want your advice, like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Milo, I'm just trying to fucking help you. Like, you are in the worst situation of your entire fucking life. Like, what is happening? I need you to tell me what's going on. And he's like, just don't say anything about Ellie. Please don't say anything. Like, they're not supposed, like, no one's supposed to know that they're here. And, like, no one even knows that they're here. And she's like, I don't care if you're harboring Ellie. I just want to make sure you're safe. He's like, I know you don't want to make sure I'm safe. You just want to make sure that Ellie is gone because you think that Ellie is a problem. And blah, blah, blah. Like, he's going on a fucking tangent about this. And she's like, I do think Ellie's a problem. But if you want to choose harboring Ellie over getting better, be all like, I'm here. And he gets up, he pushes his chair, and she's like, I'm going to give you my final chance. You either get help or I never see you ever again. And she, like, waits down. She sits down. She's drinking her coffee. And Milo turns and says sorry and walks away. And she's like, okay, well, chill. Considering how dumb he is, I know. So she's like, well, I guess I lost my cousin today. I guess I lost, like, the closest fucking person in my life. The whole reason I, like, you know, it's over. I'm done. It's kaplunk, you know, all the shit. So she's like, that's it. I'm not calling the police. I don't want to get fucking anywhere near this situation at all. I don't want to be involved with anything. Few like weeks to months later, probably just a few weeks, she's, you know, hanging out, maybe playing basketball, maybe, like, having lunch with a friend, and she gets a call from an unknown number, and she's like, okay, cool, gang, whatever. She's having the time of her life. Like, she does feel bad for Milo, and she feels not guilty at this point, but just like, you know, you lost the closest friend in your life, you know? You've known them for 20 plus years, and now it's over. How did this kid graduate? I know. So she gets a call from an unknown number, and she's like, hello? And they're like, this is the County Police Department, and you have a requested call from Milo Dean. And she's like, what the fuck? Why is he in prison? What's going... Bruh, what the fuck? And so she's like, I'm not even answering this. So she hangs up the phone. She doesn't even hear a word that Milo says. Milo's in jail. She doesn't know why. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care. She's not getting attached to that. So he wasted his phone call on her, who is not attached to this. She starts thinking, she's like, why didn't he call my parents? Why didn't he call Ellie? Why didn't he call this? But she's like, it's not my business. It's not gonna fucking happen. Anyways, I thought that wasn't illegal. He's in jail. No, genuinely. So, in the next couple of days, she hasn't been really looking at the news, too busy, whatever. She hangs out with friends, And they're like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, are you okay? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Also, she is disconnected from her mom at this point. She's like, my mom is too hung up on being with her sister and finding salvation in her sister. And that's connected with Milo. I don't even want to be a part of it. So she, like, occasionally will text her mom, but not really. Only for big events. So I don't know why her mom didn't text her this time. But her friends are like, I'm so sorry. Like, is there anything to do? Like, I know you guys weren't close anymore. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And she's like, or like her friends are like, what are you talking about? Like, and she's like, I'm deadly serious. Like, are you serious? Like, what's going on? And they're like, have you not been looking at the news? Have you not, like, checked your phone? Have you not reached out to Milo's family or, like, your mom? And she's like, no, I haven't talked to my mom in, like, literally months. And I don't look at the news. I've been fucking busy as hell. And they're like, Milo's parents are dead. Like, they're gone. Milo's arrested. What? They caught Ellie. Like, is this not, like, alarming to you? And she's like, Milo's parents are dead? What? And they're like, yeah, it was like a double homicide. What the fuck? What are you talking about? And she's like, do they know who murdered Milo's parents? And she's like, I think one of the suspects is like Milo. And she's like, okay. Okay. I'll just, you know what? It's not my problem. It's not my problem. They helped me in my life, and, I haven't seen them in years, so, yeah, I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna get involved. It's not my problem. Not my anything. And they're like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, absolutely sure. I'm not fucking, that's not my thing. It's not my life, all the shit. Whatever. So she tries to move on. Obviously, she does feel, like, shitty about, Milo's parents dying, especially since they were almost like a second pair of parents to her. But she is, like, so disconnected from Milo at this point. Like, she is fully committed to not being close with him, that she's like, I can't get attached, or I might fall back into being with, like, Milo's, like, any sort of the family. And then her mom starts being super attached to her again, like, being like, honey, did you hear about blah, blah, blah? And she's like, I don't want to hear about this. Like, I've tried everything in my life to make Milo better, and if he wants to go down this path, I told him multiple times that I would not be helping him. And that's it. Like, and she's like, oh, okay, like, blah, blah, blah. She's like, Mom, I don't even want to fucking talk to you. Like, I'm over it. I don't give a shit. So she starts to notice that the whole Ellie situation is, like, getting out of hand. People are absolutely livid at Milo. Milo has become, like, become like Judas. Like, he's like Satan. Like, he's fucking awful. Like, everybody hates Milo. Like, public opinion of Milo is dog shit. And suddenly, Ellie's, reputation has just skyrocketed to being even more popular and more being like, oh, it is such a sad incident. But they don't deserve what happened to them. They don't deserve any sort of incarceration. This was blah, blah, blah. And she tries not to get connected, but it is the popularity of Ellie in this entire case has gone so widespread that she can't go outside without hearing about it. And she tries to just, like, move on from this completely. Doesn't want to get attached to anything at all. Is years down the future, let's say she's like 30, 35, living her life. Chillin', big, happy life with a bunch of friends. Feel closer with Ellie. I'm not gonna say anything. Living the life that she wants. She finally has gotten rid of anything that was holding her back, and now she doesn't live selfishly, but she lives for herself. And she's like walking down the street. She comes back from, you know, playing a game of basketball with her neighbors, and she hears like footsteps running up behind her, but she doesn't care, doesn't hear anything. Like she's like, oh, I guess someone's like running. And as she turns around, a boulder hits her head. Like a huge rock slams into her skull. She falls to the ground, and she is pummeled to death with a rock. And that's it. And that's the end of Arden's story! You guys like that story? What the fuck? Was that cool, guys? Was that really cool? God, you're evil. I'm a little evil. It's okay. None of these women ever free. Lock your goddamn windows tonight. Sorry, gang. If you see me on the street, walk faster. Come from Milo. 3 hours for that. Feminism is over. God, you hate us for real, I know. Rock killer, when I catch you. I can't, I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. I'm deadly serious. That's how it ends. My bet's on Minze. Minze's dead. So that's it. Unless it was his ghost. Didn't happen. Like a damn podcast. I know, well, I literally haven't been fucking drawing at all, so you know. Plummeted to death with a boulder. Yeah. Who would do that? I don't know. Who is not dead? That's a question. Ellie isn't dead? Milo isn't dead? Avery isn't dead? Yeah! Go back to Minze, my goat. Minze is not your goat. Lock up that rock. Ellie did it? No. Ellie did not do that. Unless you think it's Ellie. Who did it? It's not anybody important in the story. A random person did it. Is it BB? No, BB's dead. All of this turbulence wasn't forecasted. Minze's dead. Was her twin? Oh my god, I might be her twin. That'd be kind of tough. If you want to speculate that it's her twin, that'd be sick. If you want to speculate that it's her mom, that'd be fucking heat too. I don't give a shit. Whatever you think would be a good fit, I personally think it was a random person. Was it a car that threw the boulder? No. It was all a dream. It was definitely not a dream. Dream! You like my dream pacifier? Thank you, thank you! Without getting murked. One of Ellie's followers. Ding, 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 ding! Yeah, I'll let you sit with that. I've given quite a few clues with especially the Milo part of that situation in Arden distancing herself from Milo's life work as to what caused her death. George not found through it. Are you saving this life? Yeah, I'll save it. Got the second gas station. The second gas station has nothing to do with Arden. TNF Panther. What's the friends we made along the way? Shut the fuck up. AU where they're all happy, please. Did you know that, like, the original story ended with them all being friends? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so cool? The killer was William Afton. Dude, hell yeah. You know, like, okay, this is gonna be, like, a terrible, like, comparison, but you know, in Metamorphosis, where they have, like, the joke ending, where it was, like, it's, like, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure ending? Someone should do that and, like, just have, like, I don't know, William Afton kill her and then, like, stuff her in, like a animatronic suit, and then she's, like, I don't know, Springtrap or some shit, I don't know. Oh, and I got you. Everyone's fine. Ooh, dude, actor AU would be heat. Anyways, I can feel the overwhelming sense of joy and whimsy and fun from this chat right now. It's actually the crying child. No, genuinely. Juggle Bull. Oh, she was trying to juggle Boulder. Oh shit, yeah, you're so right. And she's actually okay, and she just got a concussion, and the last fucking 25 years of her life were just a joke. Yeah. Cat through the rock. That could be me. I wouldn't be an Ellie follower, though. That's the thing. I don't think I would. All night for this. Sorry, gang. So sorry. You're getting skinned! I do really want to draw Arden's death, because I think I didn't mention a part. It's not like a huge part. It's not like what killed her or who killed her. But the way I have it pictured in my head, people would be livid about it. And I really want to do it because I know you guys would get absolutely, like, fuming. Next time you get in a car, I know. Just putting salt in the wound. I really do want to draw her dad. Trojan, you're getting sacrificed. I know. I'm actually so curious. I will. Because I think Pepper and Arden making out would be tough. Wait. Okay, if the horse-sign video gets 5K likes, I'll do Arden and Pepper making out. You know? Arden fan on Twitter, dude, oh my god, I'm not even gonna lie. Someone, I think I talked about this before, but someone commented on the fucking, the Quinn and Eric live stream lore thing. They were like, I saw a dead bird and I fear I'm brain rotted because of Eric. And I was like, oh my god, wait, do I have a fan? do I have an OC fan? I'm making 15K off the count. 5K off the counts. What am I supposed to tell our kids? It's, I don't know, man. Trixie Mattel. What the fuck would Trixie Mattel do that? That was me? Oh my god, hell yeah! Put it in a, she took a picture of it. Holy shit. Dude, wait, that's so tough. Double homicides. Double homicide. Oh, double homicide. I do not have reference sheets for my OCs. I will eventually make them. You will not see those pearly gates. If I drew fan art, oh, please draw fan art. Dude, I love when people draw fan art. It is literally the highlight of my day. I love posting it. It is so fun. If you do fan art, oh my god. What is a horse in a video at? It's currently at 3K likes, around there. So another 2K and I'll draw Arden and Pepper making out. What was I gonna say? I just want to say that you have to work for Yuri and not for Yaoi. Yaoi is given to you, you know. Yuri is more difficult. This is misogynistic. This is society. Cool. Milo's supposed to be cool eventually. Milo is cool, but in his own story. In Arden's story, he is terrible. Okay. I'm an evil mastermind. Oh my god. Didn't hear making out. Yes, you did. With Milo, only to get murdered by an Ellie follower. Yeah! Oh, you are so right. You're so right. Oh my god. Thank you for pointing that out. No matter how much you distance yourself from Ellie and Milo. Give me that damn urine cat. Can we go over Milo's story? Not tonight, dude. It's almost 11. From over Yuri. No, genuinely. I am saving my life. I am saving my life. I like how I did fucking nothing in this. Drop the ref sheet. I will eventually. Not right now, though. Yeah. Try Lord stream. Hell yeah. Okay. I know I didn't finish this drawing, like, genuinely at all. However, comma, I have, like, a sleep schedule. So did Milo serve a sentence in prison? Yes. Multiple life sentences. Atticus. We're drawing Atticus, yeah. Anyways, I have a sleep schedule, but I will probably go live tomorrow. I don't think it'll be a lore stream. It will probably be the Milo and Jimber making out stream. Yeah. But, if you guys, I'm keeping this up because it was a lore stream. Dedicus. Yes, Dedicus. Anyways, so thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know. I'll go live tomorrow. Maybe. Probably Monday. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. I don't know where the X is. Oh, I found it. Okay. Anyways, bye!